And I am live. In this live stream, I will be playing Anomaly mod, which is a mod for the game franchise series known as Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat, Clear Sky. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Um, I am a total individual government gang stalker, so it's fitting that I'm playing a video game that's about survival in the zone, and there's stalkers in the zone. Uh, I've done some light prepping for my gaming session. This is my vitamin C water. Vitamin C is an anti-radiation. If you're concerned about radiation leakage from Ukraine or something, vitamin C will give you protection from radiation. I have a video on my playlist on the Mike Saha and or the Mike Saha 2.0 channel about vitamin C being the potency, the effectiveness of vitamin C for radiation. If you get exposed to radiation, it's an anti-radiation. Uh, it's something that will give you protection from radiation, make you take less damage from radiation. Uh, this is vitamin C water. I mixed this up. It's not fully dissolved yet. Ascorbic acid, vitamin C mixed into water with some sodium bicarbonate. Also put in some creatine, monohydrate, some glutamine, and some taurine in there. I also have Mike's coffee. In the game, there's something called Beard's tea. This is Mike's coffee in a thermos. Not only is it coffee, high strength coffee, there's also, I'm going to put in some turmeric, ginger, resveratrol, and black pepper in here. So it's super coffee, Mike's coffee. Uh, and I'm going to start playing pretty soon. I'm a person that's censored. I'm shadow banned on YouTube, which means don't be fooled by the low amount of views and likes I get on my videos. Sometimes people leave likes and YouTube remove the likes. Sometimes they don't make the likes stick. Uh, I go live, people have enabled all notifications on my channel, and YouTube doesn't give the notifications. Even though I go live, the people don't know I go live. They hide my content from people. People browsing YouTube searching Anomaly mod, even though I'm live and somebody is searching Anomaly mod live gameplay, and I'm live with that title. YouTube is gonna hide my content from people. I'm shadow banned on YouTube, ghost banned, shadow banned. Basically, I'm censored. They hide my content from people because I'm a threat to the system. I know truth that they don't want the public to know about, like vitamin C, the power of vitamin C. People, if they knew the truth about vitamin C that I know, they would be taking it. Everybody would be taking it. Meaning, if they knew that vitamin C will help you have higher testosterone if you're a man, protect you from toxins, slow down aging, make you look more beautiful, help the quality of your skin, make you stronger, make you feel better, lower stress if you have stress anxiety, help you perform better under stress, uh, helping you with mental, physical health. If they knew the power of vitamin C, more people would be using it. The system is anti-truth, and they want you ignorant of God's medicine, natural medicine, vitamins, what they can do for you, and they want you to look at the big pharma system as the only option, or one of the controlled shells that will give you some truth but not the full truth. So my very existence is a threat to the Satanists. My very existence is a threat and act of rebellion to the satanic world system. I know the truth that people need to know, and I share it with people freely on my YouTube channel, across the board, about the world system, about health, fitness, mental health, physical health. I have one of the best YouTube channels you can find, possibly the best on YouTube, across the board. Truth, useful, needful truth. I'm censored though, so YouTube makes sure that I get less views than I would unless they were working to make me have less views. Okay. Um, anyway, in this video, I'm going to be playing Anomaly mod, and I've been live for 4 minutes 28 seconds, and within before the timer hits 15 minutes, I'm going to start playing Anomaly mod. So at the latest, 15 minutes into this live stream, I'm gonna be playing Anomaly mod. I'll be live for 4 minutes 44 seconds now, and I'm going to be playing Anomaly mod, which is the survival. It's a mod for the survival game called Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat. Before I start that, I'm going to put some uh, herbs inside of this coffee. I'm gonna put in turmeric, I'm gonna put in ginger and cinnamon. This is organic turmeric powder, and this is organic cinnamon powder, Ceylon cinnamon. And I'm going to put some turmeric powder, cinnamon powder, and ginger powder inside of my thermos that I have hot coffee in. Like I said, I already mixed up my vitamin C water here. Vitamin C, and on top of that, I put in some amino acids, creatine, glutamine, and taurine in there. So, here we go. Here we go. And I see on my previous live stream, I had three likes on the 6-hour live stream. I was live for 6 hours sharing life-saving, super valuable, good health, fitness advice, information, teaching targeted individuals or government gang stalking, how to survive government gang stalking. And when I ended the live stream, I had 2 likes on it. One of the likes being mine, but I had 3. And then when I checked back to make some edits to the live stream, it had gone down to 2. So either some pussy coward bitch had left the like and then got butthurt about something I said in the video. And then, oh, I'm gonna remove my likes if that hurts my feelings, bitch. And I could give a shit about your piece of shit likes. You can go ahead and not even like my videos and see if that will hurt my feelings and make me slow down doing what I'm doing. So either somebody left the like and then removed it because they got butthurt by the truth, or YouTube removed somebody's like, which I've seen happen before, where I get like 6 or 9 likes on a live stream, and then if I refresh the page, it's like 2, 3 likes left, or 4. Okay, so either some pussy bitch coward that can't handle the truth left a like on my video, and then they're like, oh no, I'm gonna go remove the like that I left on this video, as if that hurts my feelings. Uh, you can go click thumbs down, see if that hurts my feelings. I don't care. No, I don't say that you should be doing it. It's not unlike worse in my videos, but it's not hurting my feelings, okay? And you're not gonna slow me down. I do find your lack of support highly disturbing at times. Um, Here's the point. I'm censored by YouTube. They work to hide my videos, my channel, my live streams from people. They keep it from showing up in people's search results. They even if I do get likes and views on my videos, YouTube will go and remove likes and views. Sometimes I go live and people have enabled all notifications. I have 1,000 subscribers combined. I'm live on 2 channels, Mike's Side 2.0 right now, on top of the Mike's Side Gaming channel. And there's people that have clicked enable notifications, but YouTube still doesn't give them notification letting them know that I'm live. Okay. So that's what it's like if you're a real man who's active in the fight for what's good. That's what being a real man is like. How active are you in the fight for the truth, for what's right? I'm very active, risking my life. I'm a real hero. I'm a real hero. I've been risking my life doing the right thing. Because I'm doing the right thing, teaching life-saving truth and information, resisting the evil satanic agenda, teaching, relieving the oppressed, teaching the truth that oppressed target individuals need to know to survive and not die from the murder attempts of the program, and the general public too, teaching them how to survive in this toxic, evil world when the Satanists are working to kill them and make them sick. And because of what I've been doing across the board, uh, it's made my life harder. I've had murder attempts by the Satanists. They work to. I've sacrificed my safety, my comfort, risking my life doing what I'm doing. That's a real hero. I'm a real hero. I'm just not saying that for my ego, but I looked at the World Book definition. I'm an actual hero. Somebody using ingenuity and bravery, courage, to survive and overcome hardship, and it's a real hero's journey that I'm on. Anyway, uh, I haven't been given my due. I give myself my due sometimes. I don't get given my dues. I give myself my due sometimes. Uh, anyway, in this live stream, I'm going to be playing Anomaly mod Call of Chernobyl, no, whatever. I'm gonna play Anomaly mod, which is a standalone mod for the game Stalker. Call of Chernobyl, Shadow of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat. It's a series. I'm going to play Anomaly mod, which is standalone mod for that game. Earlier on, off camera, when I wasn't live, I decided to give myself 10 million rubles in-game currency to speed up the process of getting where I want to get in the game. By enabling the developer console and give myself 10 million rubles. Then I disabled it. And I still have, I don't know if I have 800,000, 4 or 5, somewhere below 1 million rubles left. Then in this video, I'm going to start playing. 11 minutes, 21 seconds. Within 5 minutes, I will be starting the game. And I'm gonna put on some background music. I'm not gonna be on camera the whole time. I might have it like this. Like this. Maybe I'll have it like this. Maybe I'll have it like this at times, or like this. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna check my own live stream. I'm gonna click my own live stream. I'm gonna listen, see if the audio is good. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, the audio sounds good. Audio sounds good. Go full screen. Alright, I'm gonna start playing now. The journey continues. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this live stream on the Mike Saha or Mike Saha 2.0 channel, I'm live on 3 channels right now. My new channel, gaming channel, Mike Saha Gaming, my Mike Saha channel, which is my main channel, and the Mike Saha 2.0 channel. So I'm live on 3 channels. Now, if you're watching this live stream on the Mike Saha, any of the Mike Saha channels, if you want to watch my future gaming content or the replay of this gaming session, make sure to subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. There's a link in the description if you scroll down to the Mike Saha Gaming channel, because initially I will go live sometimes like this, live stream my gameplay both to the Mike Saha Gaming channel and to the Mike Saha and or Mike Saha 2.0 channel to promote my new channel, let people know I have a gaming channel. But after I'm finished, within 48 hours of finishing this live stream, I'm going to privatize it, meaning hide it on the Mike Saha 2.0 channel, and it will only remain on the Mike Saha Gaming channel. And some future content, videos and live streams will only be broadcasted to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. So if you want to see my gaming content, make sure you subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. And if you want to watch the replays of my gaming sessions after I finish going live, make sure to subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel, because right now I'm live to the Mike Saha 2.0 channel as well as the Mike Saha Gaming channel. But I will remove them from those channels later on, and it will only stay up and be available on the Mike Saha Gaming channel. So if you want to see my gaming content, all of it, and watch the replay, Make sure to subscribe to the Mike's Side Gaming channel and enable all notifications so you get a notification when I go live. Um, I'm gonna start playing now. Take care of yourself and enjoy the gameplay. Or not, it's up to you. Here we go. Do it like this. Alright, here we go. Here are some short videos I recorded on my Huawei phone that I'm intending to upload later on to the Mike's and or Mike's 2.0 channel. Look at this shape I'm in. Male underwear model level physique. You can't look like this without having high testosterone. I work out less than 10 minutes a month. This wouldn't be possible unless I was mega dose of vitamin C, cut out sugar, and knew what I know about health fitness. So if you're a person who's a gamer who watches this on the Mike's Side Gaming channel, if you want to learn about my health fitness secrets like that I share freely on my channel, you don't even have to watch ads on my videos. Learn how to increase your testosterone if you have depression, anxiety, sleeping problems, allergies. If you want to learn how to be stronger, feel healthier, look better, live longer, detox your body, protect yourself from toxins. You can learn health fitness advice information on my Mike's 2.0 channel. And the proof is in the pudding. It's like this is what I look. I work out less than 10 minutes a month strength training, meaning things you do to build biceps, triceps. I don't even do ab exercise. I have a six pack. Meaning most guys I will see like advertisement. Get this ab, get a six pack ab in 6 months, and it's like do 100 crunches every morning or something. I never do crunches. I don't do any exercises intended to build muscle in my stomach. But I have a six pack, just walk around every day, getting up in bed, whatever it is that's building muscle, because I have high testosterone, which makes it easy to. I'm a high testosterone alpha male with an alpha Chad chin on top of that. I have the typical alpha Chad chin. Okay, high testosterone physique. Why? Because I make those vitamin C, which will help normalize your hormones. Because I don't eat sugar that lowers your testosterone. Because I do fasting, which boosts your testosterone and HGH, human growth hormone, if you fast longer than 18 hours especially. Um, because of all the supplements I'm taking, I'm having high testosterone. Okay, before, after. I used to be sick, weak, tired, sick as a dog, low energy, low testosterone, run down, sick, weak, and tired. And mega dose of vitamin C is one of the secrets to success, to restoring my athleticism, energy levels, uh, my good looks, etc. So, if you're a man out there and you want to be a strong, fit, healthy, without part of it is the genetics, the superior Ubermensch genetics that make me just naturally be stronger and fitter and stronger and more energetic and better looking than the average man. The symmetry by the genetic code that also gives me a above average IQ. This is superior genetics. Part of it is the genetics. That's why I have a higher IQ than most people and look better than most people. The facial symmetry, that is a genetic code. Now, when I was sick, even with those genetics, when I got sick, I was more tired, in, more like psychologically in a worse state, depressed, low energy, high anxiety. I used to have panic attacks, even social anxiety, autism, ADHD, all these things that I've had. I used to be worse than the average guy in some ways. And so, even with the genetics, if I hadn't healed myself with the health fitness secrets that I share with other people now, I wouldn't have, I still wouldn't be able to live out those genetics. Okay, I mean, even if you have the genetics, it makes it easier for you to be in shape and have a good fitness physique and stuff. High testosterone gives you athletic physique. If you research the science of high testosterone in a man, it's like low lean muscle mass, high energy, easy to be in shape, less than 12 body fat percentage, good muscle definition. Basically, what I look like, you're seeing high testosterone, especially if you know that I work out less than 10 minutes a month doing things like anything like push-ups or lifting weights, pumping iron squats, anything that you do to like build muscle, less than 10 minutes of that in 30 days. Less than 10 minutes in 30 days look like this. Most guys to have this physique would have to go to the gym an hour every week or something, maybe more. Okay. Um, so it's not all the genetics. Genetics is part of it, but if, like I said, I was sick before, and I needed to restore my health, fitness, energy levels, stamina, endurance, everything else. I needed to apply drastic measures. Drastic times call for drastic measures. Drastic times require drastic measures. I needed to start taking drastic amounts, dramatic amounts of vitamin C on a daily basis. Make a dose of vitamin C, titrate the bowel tolerance, niacinamide, adaptogens for anxiety and stress, detox my body. Uh, the supplements is like 90% of mental physical health, at least 50 to be precise, at least 50% of how to be strong, fit, healthy mentally. Like mental health, physical health, and fitness is to like 50% or more supplements. It's that simple. Supplements. Um, and you're gonna need more supplements if you sabotage yourself in other areas, like eat sugar and junk food and inflammatory foods. You're gonna have to take more anti-inflammatory supplements to counteract the inflammatory foods you're eating or the sugar that's inflammatory. Understand? So it's like although you will reduce the amount of inflammatory things you put in your body, like sugar and stuff that lower your testosterone. But even that, if you eat junk food, if you ensure frequent bowel movements, vitamin C induced bowel movements, and megadose vitamin C, you're gonna take less damage from whatever bad health decisions you're making. Like me, for example, I smoke cigarettes. That's one of few bad things I do put in my body is smoking cigarettes. I'm still able to be a good stamina, not gas out quickly, like get tired and winded, and have good energy and things like that. I'm not the typical smoker now. My energy levels are and athleticism, things like this. Um, so you can reduce the amount of damage you take from toxic exposure. So interesting enough, I am a target individual. Means I'm a target of a government gang stalking program. It's called. And interesting enough, one of my favorite games has been Stalker Shadow Chernobyl, which is a survival game where you have to survive being targeted by people called stalkers, and there's controllers, and there's environmental threats like toxins, radiation, all kinds of different types of dangers in the game. And you have to take anti-radiation drugs to protect yourself from the harmful effects of toxins in the environment in this survival game. I make also vitamin C, which is one of the secrets of my success in surviving government gang stalking, which includes toxic attacks, people trying to control you, chemical toxins, radiation possibly. Everybody is subjected to abnormal levels of radiation, meaning the human body is not made to have all this EMF radiation from Wi-Fi routers and cell phones and cell phone towers. So I would say that every person has too much radiation, unless you're living like in an underground base or in a cave or something like this. You're gonna have too much radiation. Magnesium and vitamin C will make you take less damage from radiation. Magnesium will make you take less damage from EMF radiation specifically. More niche to that. Magnesium being a natural calcium channel blocker, and according to my research, the way that EMF radiation damages your body is via voltage gated calcium channel activation. And if you take magnesium, that's a natural calcium channel blocker. So that is how the the mode of operation, how it does that. Now, the bare minimum, the basic truth you need to know is that magnesium will make you take less damage from EMF radiation. Vitamin C will lower damage from radiation across the board, if that's in the going getting an X-ray, or if it's nuclear radiation even. There's a doctor, I have a playlist on the Mike Saha 2.0 channel about vitamin C. If you scroll down, you see a Japanese guy, and it's about vitamin C lysis against radiation. I have that in the description of this video actually. And it's a video from, in the video, you can find this a Japanese doctor who practices vitamin as medicine, orthomolecular. and he's used vitamin C as part of what he did to treat first responders that were at the Fukushima power plant. I don't know, like firefighters, whatever. People were there subjected to extremely high levels of radiation, nuclear radiation, and what he used to protect them and to heal them and like treat the radiation poisoning was to give them a lot of vitamin C. So the virtual world in the video game, one of my favorite video games, mirrors my actual real life. So sometimes I look at it kind of like maybe God was preparing me using this video game, helping me find this and stuff, to help me prepare like a virtual simulation training that has transferred into my real life in how to survive being targeted by this program, government gang stalking program. I'm not saying this for 100%, but I've played around with the idea, contemplated that possibly. Um, okay, so what is the game about? You're in the zone. Okay, there's stalkers there, other NPCs known as stalkers that are a threat to your survival. There's groups, factions that might target you. There's environmental threats, toxins, chemical toxins. You have to take supplements, drugs in the video game. Now I recommend supplements like vitamins, okay? But it's still like something you put in your mouth, hold down with water that gives you protection against chemicals, against radiation. It boosts your stamina, B complex. You can buy an energy drink in the game. Energy drinks typically have B complex vitamins in them and caffeine. Okay, now I prefer to take a B complex tablet rather than drink an energy drink because they have chemical sweeteners, which I believe are toxins, some of them, meaning they hyper stimulate neurons or synapses in your brain, kind of redline them. And I believe they can be bad for your brain, some of these chemical sweeteners. So either you're getting, it's like pick your poison, the lesser of two evils. If you buy an energy drink, either it's going to have a chemical sweetener or more than one, sucralose, aspartame, sometimes several chemical sweeteners, or it's going to have sugar, which is a toxin. So I'd rather get the B complex tablets that have the good vitamins in there without the chemical sweetener, without the sugar. Okay. I see. I had a comment from somebody called Monica M16. Um, Stay home. It looks like a hit and run comment. When he left the comment, it said one viewer for a while, and then I saw a comment pop up from Monica M16 here, and then as soon as I didn't have the chance to respond to them while they were still watching because it went, oh, okay, she's still watching. All right. But see, this is how it is. It's weird sometimes on YouTube. See, it says 0 viewers, 000. I'm like, okay, now it went to 1. Okay. But when the comment popped up, it went to 0. It went to 1 for a few seconds. And then it said 0. And then while it was saying 0, I got a new comment from you. Meaning you were watching the live stream and wrote a comment. So sometimes YouTube is weird. Anyway, welcome to my live stream, Monica. You're welcome to my channel. The M16 is a battle rifle, an assault rifle used by the US Army in the Vietnam War. And now they use M4s, which is the same type of M4A1. They use still very close to the M16, meaning in Vietnam they premiered the M16 rifle, which is an assault rifle, 5.56 millimeter, AK 223.223 caliber, 223 Remington, AK 556 millimeter, 556 times 45, I think it is more specifically in millimeters. 30 rounds in the magazine, 223 high velocity, high projectile speed. There's different schools. If you think about the firearms, you have an AK-47, 7.62 by 39, which is a caliber used by the Russians. It's a heavier, slower bullet. It still has a lot of energy delivery, terminal ballistics, meaning if it hits you, there's a lot of power hitting you. It's a powerful punch the bullet delivers. It's slower but heavier, a bigger, heavy bullet. Then you have the 223 5.56, which is a smaller, lighter bullet that travels faster, so you can compensate. It's kind of like a heavyweight boxer that might punch slower. Lightweights move faster and punch faster all the time. And the impact of a lightweight boxer's punch that's traveling really fast can be as hard on you as a heavyweight big person who's punching slower, but once the punch connects, there's a lot of weight of his arm because he's a big guy and his body behind that. Similar to that in ballistics, meaning you can have a 5.56 223 round traveling really fast as a light projectile, it will hit really hard. Or you can have a slower moving heavier projectile and they can have roughly the same amount of impact, like energy when it hits you. Terminal ballistics, how much damage it causes, as much as it hits you, penetration potential, energy delivery, etc. Similar to a 9mm handgun round versus a 45 ACP. Meaning the 45 ACP is a naturally subsonic projectile. It doesn't break the sound barrier. Meaning if you fire a 9mm and you want to suppress it, you screw a suppressor onto your gun, you fire it, the bullet is still loud enough to break the sound barrier. Around 300 meters per second is the sound barrier. So you create a supersonic crack. Once the projectile accelerates over the speed of sound, it will produce a sound barrier. Like if an airplane travels over a city and it crosses the sound barrier, it will be okay, a shockwave. So anything traveling fast in the speed of sound will produce a hypersonic crack. So even if you screw a suppressor onto a 9mm handgun, the bullet traveling faster than the speed of sound will produce a crack. Okay, so if you want to fire more suppressed, you have a suppressor on 9mm, you have to shoot subsonic ammunition, which is a load, less powder charge, that will make the projectile travel slower and not break the sound barrier, because the suppressor can't remove this hypersonic crack, supersonic crack of the bullet. Now a 45 ACP, like the Colt 1911 45 ACP handgun, if you screw a suppressor onto that, you don't have to use custom ammunition, because a standard 45 ACP round is naturally subsonic. Subsonic meaning travels slower than the speed of sound. Okay. I'm not gonna start playing it. I aimed for 15 minutes, overshot a little bit. This is interesting. I'm geeking out a little bit. Special interest. So, the M16 is American, but that's what cut me off on this. The M16 is a rifle. It was used by the U.S. Army in the Vietnam War, which was an unjustified, uh, useless, needless war. Okay, it was a wicked, evil war. Now, in the Vietnam War, they used the M16 rifle, which is 223 556 caliber assault rifle, full auto capable, and or 3-round burst. Can't fire it has a selector switch. You can put it to a semi-auto, and every time you click the trigger, pull the trigger, it fires a bullet. If you click it once, hold it down, it's not gonna go brrr. Okay, now they will have a selector switch where you can change it to full auto. You can click once and go brrr. Okay, some of them has 3-round burst, so you click once and hold down, it fires 3 rounds. Okay, so the M16 was a battle rifle, assault rifle used by the U.S. Army in the Vietnam War. Now they use the M4, which is very similar. It's kind of like new and improved version of that. And the Russians used the AK-47, 7.62 by 39 millimeter, which is a heavier, slower bullet, but still very powerful. So it's like this. Like I mentioned, 9mm handgun, light, fast bullet, hits hard. 45 ACP, bigger, heavy bullet, travels slower, still hits hard. Same thing with the 223 versus 7.62 by 39. The Kalashnikov, AK-47 Kalashnikov, it's 7.62 by 39 millimeter, slower, heavy bullet, hits hard. 223.223 Remington, AK-556. In the European system, metric system, 556. Lighter, faster bullet hits hard. So it's kind of similar, the AK-47 versus M16 or M4 rifle or AR-15. It's kind of similar to the 9mm versus 45 ACP. Both had their advantages, disadvantages. One of the advantages of having a lighter, a 5.56 223 caliber assault rifle for the army is the soldier can carry more rounds. Okay, There's limitations to weight, meaning a full 7.62 by 39 AK-47 mag weighs more than a full 30 round mag 5.56 223, which means a soldier can carry more rounds, more magazines, full loaded magazines into battle of a lighter bullet than a heavy bullet. That's one of the advantages. Um, so yeah, it's kind of similar. Some people like the AK is better. It's like people at camps. Some people like the AK is better. AK is better than the M16 or the M4, and it's kind of similar to the 9mm versus 45 ACP camps. Some people like no, the 45 is the best handgun round for self-defense, personal defense, or warfare use. And some people be like no, the 9mm is better. Similar to the 5.56 versus 7.62 by 39. And in this video game that I play, you have firearms that both have the 223 5.56 and the 7.62 by 39. Actually, one of the guns I've been using in the game is an SKS chambered in 7.62 by 39. I've also fired a 7.62 by 54R in the video game virtually. One of the guns I've used is used the 7.62 by 54R, which is used by the SVD Dragunov, by the what's it called? Mosin Nagant, which is a bolt action rifle, Soviet rifle, pre AK-47. Um, that fires the 7.62 by 54R. Very powerful bullet, good armor penetration capability, good as a sniper round, high velocity, high energy. If you fire armor piercing ammunition, it can like slice through armor like a knife through hot butter. So I like the game, and it's real weapons in the game, meaning the real stats. Okay, now I didn't learn what I know about guns from video games, but I know what I know about guns from real life, and then if I play a video game, I can tell if it's realistic or not. I mean, if they're kind of sloppy, like, well, this gun doesn't have 38 rounds in the magazine. Okay, it's actually supposed to be 30 or something like this. So you can tell how realistic it's somewhat realistic. The guns in the video game, not 100%, but pretty damn realistic. Meaning the 5.56 have less recoil than the 7.62 by 39, for example. If you have a rifle in the game, an assault rifle full auto, and you're firing 223 5.56 full auto, it has less of a recoil than the 7.62 by 39 caliber weapon. You have the 45 ACP called 1911. It has the same amount of rounds in the magazine standard as in the real gun. Same caliber, same. It's a it's pretty damn realistic in the game. You can also upgrade the weapon. You go to a technician, and he can make like customize it. So you like ported barrel. You can pay a technician to customize your weapons, and he can like reduce the recoil, change some parts, increase the durability, high alloy parts, so the different things. So you can modify it and then customize weapons. I like the game. It's not 100% realistic game, meaning there are mutants in the game, and there are like atmospheric. It's a little bit sci-fi in the game, like fantasy elements to it. Some things are realistic, some things are kind of fantasy, meaning there's mutants and monsters and natural law, physics. Okay, they're not realistic. There would be like weird things happening. It's like a side storm and an artifact would manifest, like a glittering metal, and you can collect it and sell it. This and this. But yeah, it's a good game. I don't know if you're still watching that, Monica, but you're welcome on my live stream. I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with a lot of people showing up in my chat. A lot of people are scumbags showing up in my chat. You're not on my bad list at this point in time. You're not on my bad side. You didn't get on my bad side. You're welcome to watch my videos at this point. At this point. This is my girlfriend. Be wonderful. My long distance relationship girlfriend. And we're intending to make it a short distance relationship. She will clean her house We is the opposite of a lazy person. She gets up in the morning, she starts working, she takes care of cats, she cleans at home, she cooks, she works, she knits crochet items. Um, she's a diligent person, diligent worker. She's not a slothful, lazy person, and she's a good woman. So I actually had two people show up in this live stream that I don't mind showing up in the live stream. Sometimes I have people come watch my live stream and write in the chat and I get angry at them, annoyed with them. I don't like them. But Monica, you're welcome to write in my chat at this point in time. And we wonderful for sure. That's my girlfriend. We wonderful. So I'm gonna start playing now. Gonna start the game. I overshot a little bit. Sometimes you aim for the stars and you hit the treetops. I was aiming to start playing within 15 minutes of going live. It's been 40 minutes. That's a large number. So I'm about to go live now. Start up the video game and start playing. So here we go. I'll free up some RAM memory here. And like I said, if you watch this on the Mike Saha 2.0 channel, make sure to subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel if you want to watch my future content. Because these live streams will be privatized on the Mike Saha 2.0 channel in the future. And will only remain on the Mike Saha Gaming channel. And some videos, this is the link to my gaming channel. Some videos will only in the future be live streamed and uploaded to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. That's how I intend to do it. But right now, when my gaming channel is a new, fresh upstart channel, I'm using my other channels to promote it, to let people know I have a gaming channel. So right now, I'm live on 3 channels, but the live stream will only stay up on the Mike Saha Gaming channel if you want to watch the replay. And in the future, I might go live on the Mike Saha Gaming channel. So make sure to subscribe to it and enable notifications if you want to see my gaming content. So I will go live now. I am live. I mean, I will start playing live now. That's what I mean. Okay, here we go. Verify I'm screen sharing. Yes. Okay, this is the mod, Anomaly. This mod won the Mod of the Year award on moddb.com. Here I am at the Skadol. No, not the Skados. I'm at a Sidorovich trader. Here you can see my inventory in my game. Mike Saha, loner. This is my main weapon right now, AKS-74 UNV customized. This is a 545 times 39 millimeter, which means the Russians also changed. They used to have the 7.62 by 39 AK-47 round, and they later on changed to more modern weapons that the Russian army uses are 5.45 times 39 millimeter. Similar to how the US Army would use the M1 Garand in World War II, which is 30-06 caliber bullet for the main battle rifle that the infantry used. So in World War II, the US Army, the average infantryman would have this, like the standard battle rifle would be an M1 Garand, which is 30-06, 30 cal, 30-06, heavier bullet, more recoil, and it would have a semi-auto Garand and they went from heavier bullets, larger caliber bullets, to lighter bullets, the 5.56. So in World War II, they would have around 10 rounds. I've been up all night, so my memory is not, my recall ability is not near Savantian as normal, as near as Savant like as normal. But here's the point: I think it's around 10 rounds, 8 or 10 in the M1 Garand. Okay, less than 15 rounds for 100%, or less than 11 rounds in the clip, not magazine. It's a toler, meaning you have a stripper clip. You load the bullets into there, and you push it down with your thumb. Okay, 10 rounds, heavier. Now they have 30 rounds in a magazine. You insert at the bottom 30 round of 223, which is a small lighter bullet. You can see the same progress in the Russian army, meaning World War II, the Russian grew 7.62 by 39 caliber or 7.62 by 54, heavier bullets like the SKS, similar to M1 Garand, semi-auto. Okay, and they went to lighter bullets. Now they have 5.45. Okay, they have a lighter bullet for AKS 74, AK 74. Lighter bullets, more rounds, as the third rounds in the magazine, lighter, less recoil. You can carry more rounds with you, light faster bullet. Uh, Same with the Americans, 30-06 standard battle rifle, like infantry rifle, standard issue like a M1 round. The BAR also had 06. Um, and now they have a lighter bullet, 5.56, .223 Remington, 30 rounds, lighter, faster rounds, more rounds per magazine. And it's the same in Russia. Um, so, I love you too, babe. I love you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Through all the lonely nights, I love you, baby. Trust me when I say. I'm not even gonna. I can sing pretty damn good sometimes. I'm talented, multi-talented. I can prove that I got good singing ability, above average in that area too. Um, Now, I have allergies and stuff, so my voice is not always in shape to sing. Meaning I'm not living up my potential how good I could sing at all times. Sometimes my vocal cords are inflamed and my nose is stuffed as this, and it interferes with my singing ability. But okay, sometimes I can sing pretty damn good. Now sometimes I do for the trial balloon. I just try singing. I like singing. Sometimes I start saying that no, it's not workable. No, you can't. I don't like singing badly. Okay. Uh, I love you too, babe. Thanks, honey. To be honest with you, when I play video games, I'm not always like having fun and a super good time. It's kind of like playing chess or something. It's something that keeps me occupied, and it is beneficial to me. It, it, it's an activity that is something I do something and it's not completely worthless. Gaming has a bad rep where people think you're a loser if you're gaming and it doesn't, like you're just wasting your time. Some of the games I'm playing, but it doesn't have that image like playing chess. Intelligent people play chess and it's good for your mind and things like this. Well, some of the games I play, like Men of War Soul Squad 2, it's like chess, only more advanced. Meaning it's like 3D chess. Chess, it's a board. There's more pieces. It's real-time strategy, not even turn-based. So you have more units, like chess pieces. You move this soldier over here, this soldier over here. Um, this tanks. Okay, so there's different types of pieces. This real-time strategy. So there will be more taxing on your mind and requiring more mental uh, processing power to play that than to play chess. Especially if it's turn-based and you can take your time to make your move and then the guy will make his move. Or it's real time. He's making his moves and you make your moves at the same time. Real-time strategy game. So anyway, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time necessarily when I play video games. It's like a hobby, and it can be healthy to have a hobby, and a virtual hobby or a real. Some people collect things, some people play cards, some people paint. One of my hobbies is video games, and I take in periods of time for months I don't play video games, then I get back into it. So, and for chance, play video games too. It's not just the beta losers playing video games. Okay. Um, yeah, so sometimes people think if you play video games, it's super fun. To be honest with you, I don't always have a really good time playing video games. It's not like I feel really good and it's super fun, exciting. It's more kind of like something that I don't hate doing. Sometimes I feel like it's a chore when I play video games, and I feel like it's okay, but I still do it. I can tell you this. I have noticed. I've used playing video games as a self-improvement tool. I mean, it's made me less of a loser and more of a winner playing video games. To kind of train my brain. Meaning, I have ADHD and autism. Oh, I came down with a bad case of autism when I was a kid. I didn't shake it off yet. If I cure my autism, I'll let you know. I've improved it. But here's the point. Some of the issues that I have, especially when I had lower energy and stuff, now my energy is better, which helps me be more active, productive. But focusing on a task and be like, I'm deciding to do this today. And then it's like 3 hours where you have to focus on getting something done. And then later on you have the reward after finishing the task. That is something that I can have problems with ADHD and autism. To like executive function, planning out things and deciding to do something and then carry it on to the end. And video games have brain training, help me to be like, I play a video game and it's like, I have a goal. I want to have an exoskeleton. To have an exoskeleton, I have to have $1 million rules in the game. And then first I have to do this quest to unlock something. Then I have to run to here, and it's kind of like boring and a chore to just run across the map and get over here and then meet this guy, finish this quest. And then later on they will unlock the ability to buy an exoskeleton. Then I can buy the exoskeleton. And then now I finish the task. So I've actually noticed in video games how before when I was recovering from sickness and low energy and I wasn't getting things done, if I started playing video games, I would have noticed an increase being self-reflective. I would have an increase in activity outside the computer. Meaning if I hadn't been cleaning as much as I should, or like tidying up at home for a while, and then I start playing video games, I would notice like in the week after, I'll be more productive away from the computer, getting more things done away from the computer. Almost like it gets my mind into the groove of doing things that don't feel that good to do and focusing on one task and staying like focused on doing one thing for a while. So I've actually used video gaming as a way to self-improvement to help increase my productivity away from the computer. Um, Help my PTSD, CPTSD, autism, ADHD. So you can use or abuse any tool. You can uh, you can kill yourself by drinking too much water. Okay, uh, that is a non-toxic thing, but you can drink so much water it has a toxic effect on you. So it's a tool. Video games are not necessarily toxic. I use it to improve myself and increase my productivity. Um, and it, like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I'm a total individual. I'm at gang stalking, playing this video game specifically. I think that's also helped me survive this program. First of all, it's helped me survive during times when the targeting was so intense, and my whole life was pervaded by this. Meaning, every time I go outside, I get harassed by the program at home, and then also it's like you come home and you've been outside, and they hit you with this psychological warfare, and then your mind will sort of you start playing back, and you'll be like in your mind, even when you're away from the abuse, like acting like okay, you'll be like your mind was they said this, and oh they did this directed speech, they're saying this like innuendo, and then it has an effect on you, and it can be like it becomes you're too focused on it, and it kind of takes over your whole life in your mind when you're talking with this. So one of the things that playing video games have helped me with is to tune out escapism, healthy escapism, where it gives me some time off. It's something that I'm completely engaged in, and it makes you forget about the other things, like reading a book or watching a movie can do for some people, or playing a video game. It's a healthy form of escapism, which means it's helped me to forget about everything negative going on in my life on a daily basis and focusing on a video game. And it's a virtual world, where I don't have to deal with government gang stalkers doing things to me, and the abusers don't have control over this environment. Meaning, if I'm outside, they can send people to harass me, which they do when I go outside. But in the video game world, it's a single player game, not online. They can't send stalkers, gang stalkers, work for the government gang stalker program to do direct speech or send me subliminal threats or spray me with toxic chemicals or stuff like this like they've done before. Understand? So it's an abuse-free environment where I can not focus on the things going on. So a hobby can help you if you go through narcissistic psychopathic abuse or have you going through it. It can help you. You don't want to spend all your time playing video games to the point like an addiction. It's bad when it's leading you to not do things that you should be doing. The activity is stopping you from doing good things that you should be doing for yourself. I mean, if you stop eating or taking care of your hygiene, or you're not exercising because you stop doing that because you start playing video games so much. That could be an indicator that it's a toxic activity, a maladaptive coping strategy or mechanism. But um, my point is this: we got almost an hour with no gaming happening yet, so I overshot. Sometimes you aim for the stars, you hit the treetops, but if you wouldn't aim anywhere, okay, it's like within 15 minutes, and then it's like, oh, it was 30 minutes. But if I wouldn't had aimed for 15, maybe it would have taken 2 hours. Okay, so yeah, playing this video game has helped me survive government gang stalking. And also, like, what are some of the threats involved in being a target video government gang stalking? Chemical threats. When I go outside, there's stalkers. People work for the stalking gang stalking program. They have actually attacked with toxic chemicals. So there's chemical environmental threats when I go outside. I'm subject to toxic chemicals, and I need to bring with me something that I take that gives me less damage, reduces the damage I get from toxic exposure, which mirrors the video game, where you are in the virtual world, and it's called stalkers. There are what's called stalkers roaming around the map. And if I'm outside in this virtual environment, I might come across stalkers. And we have on this porn bot, spam chat bots is gonna get blocked. There you go. Unreal. Here's the point. I don't watch porn. I'm a Christian. I stopped watching porn. Um, it's not a temptation to me. Anyway. Yeah, so in the virtual game world, one of the threats is environmental threats. I mean, you're moving around the map. There's chemical threats. There's psi threats. There's radiation. There's different threats. And there's stalkers that are a threat to you. And you have to survive. It's a survival game. And part of surviving is you have to bring with you drugs in the video game primarily. I don't do drugs. I do use coffee, which caffeine is a drug, and smoke cigarettes, nicotine. So those are technically drugs, okay? I don't even drink alcohol. I'm a teetotaler, stopped drinking alcohol for at least, I would say, 6 months. I didn't have a drop of alcohol. I don't do any other drugs. I don't do any illegal drugs, and not illegal drug alcohol either. I do megaros caffeine and nicotine on top of the supplements I'm taking. I don't recommend smoking. If you don't smoke, don't start. But so basically, in the game, when I'm surviving, you will have stamina, so you're running on the map, moving, and then your character that you're playing as will like loses energy, and you have to walk. You can't keep the energy up to run anymore, carrying heavy. And then if you bring an energy drink with you and you drink it, it will restore your stamina, and you'll be able to run and move faster across the map. If you take the energy drink that has caffeine, and if you know energy drinks, you know they have B complex vitamins. And like I've said, part of how I keep my energy up is I take B complex tablets, which is optimal. It's better to get a B complex tablets or capsules than drinking energy drinks that have chemical sweeteners and or sugar in them. But still, it's like thematically, it's like in this video game, you have this energy drink that has caffeine and B vitamins in it, which helps you survive in the zone. It gives you energy. Okay. When I'm preparing to go outside, if I'm at a safe zone, in the video game, and I'm preparing to go outside, I will stock up, make sure I have my anti-radiation drugs, make sure I have my food with me, make sure I have something to, if I get exposed to toxins, radiation, that will counteract that effect. Which mirrors how I survive being a targeted video government gang stalker in real life. Meaning I mix up vitamin C water. Vitamin C is an anti-radiation, meaning if you're subjected to radiation and you get enough of a lot of vitamin C, it will take less damage, like radio protectant. It will make you take less damage from radiation if you have vitamin C in your system. So maybe that's part of like subconsciously. If I hadn't played this video game, it's like I'm going out this dangerous chemical, which is true, okay? It's not delusion where I play the video game and start thinking that I'm being targeted by stalkers, okay? I was targeted before I started playing the video game. But I understand the psychology. It's not impossible that because I've been playing a game, and part of it's like I'm survival. Now my real life has been survival, being targeted with things. And when I'm going outside, I'm in danger. I get attacked with toxic chemicals sometimes by the people who work for the program. And before I go outside in real life, I mix up vitamin C water, which protects you from toxic chemicals and even radiation if you get exposed to radiation. Now, I'm not saying that's a threat that I get attacked with by the program, but against toxic chemicals. If you take vitamin C, it will lower the damage you get from toxins, toxic chemicals, for example, which is something that the stalkers working for this program in real life attack me with, have attacked me with. So before I go outside, okay, I'm going to go outside, leave the safe. I mix up some vitamin C water. I take some vitamin C before I leave my house, and I bring more with me, which mirrors the game. There are drugs in the game, anti-radiation, anti-chemical, this like stats. Like you take this, you can buy it at the pharmacy in the game. You can buy like anti-radiation drugs, or Vinca, slow down wound, improve wound healing. This drug, you take it, it lowers down from radiation. Some of them have long-term effects, so you can take them before the exposure. Okay, and then there's more fast acting. Oh, I was exposed to radiation or toxins. You take this thing, it will lower the radiation damage. Okay, which is like the vitamin C water that I take before going outside, and I bring it with me when I go outside in case I have exposure to a toxin or my allergies, chemical allergies, start rearing ugly head, and I start itching. So, oh, my allergies have come back. I need more vitamin C, which is a natural antihistamine effect taken off of it. So it's not impossible that some of the fact that I figured out solutions and thought about in my real life is like standard operating procedures. Before I go outside, I need to do this. It increases the chances of survival. Okay, it's not. I think it's possible that because I've been playing this video game, which is thematically the same dynamic as my real life. Meaning, before going outside, I need to think about what to bring with me, what to do before I leave. Okay, it's possible that because I played a video game, my mind has gotten in the groove of, like, in the virtual world, okay, I'm going outside, it's dangerous outside the safe zone. What do I need to do before I leave? What do I need to do when I'm outside to keep myself safe? Protect myself from environmental dangers, chemical toxins, etc. Um, so, specifically being a total individual of government gang stalking, targeted by gang stalkers who work for the government. That doesn't mean criminal gang, like I'm in the mafia or something. I'm not a gang member or criminal. That's not what gang stalking means. Gang stalking means it's a gang of people, a bunch of people. Kind of like some YouTubers, I've seen them say like, hello gang, and talking, they mean like everybody who's listening to them. Okay, gang stalking meaning stalked by a bunch, a gang, a group, many people, several stalkers, as opposed to a single stalker. Um, so that's why it's called government gang stalking. It's not that I'm stalked by criminal gangs or I'm in the criminal gang, and that's why I'm not a criminal. It's a bunch, a group. You can call it group stalking or cause stalking. There are different terms for meaning the same thing. Talk about this program: cause stalking, group stalking, uh, multi stalking, uh, or gang stalking, which is like typical term, gang stalking. Kind of similar to how you can call somebody a conspiracy theorist, and typically it's used derogatory, in a derogatory way. A conspiracy theorist. I like to say conspiracy realist, and sometimes I say a truther. I'm a conspiracy realist, aka a truther, aka a critical thinker. Okay, I'm a critical thinker. I'm awake. Understand? Like there are different They mean the same thing. Same with the gang stalking, government gang stalking. And most online targeted videos are fakes, work for the program. And their job is to make themselves sound crazy. So they will discredit the topic of gang stalking. Oh, hey, I'm a targeted video. I hear voices in my head. I see demon spirits or something like this. And now people will hear them talk about this is a crazy person. And then they will discredit, the truth government gang stalking targeted videos, because the government will pay people to have a job online to be like, oh, I'm a targeted individual. I hear voices in my head. Demon spirits are haunting me, or something like this. And then people will go, oh, this is a crazy person, obviously. And they talk about this. So this topic, gang stalking targeted videos, has to be something that crazy people believe in. Because everybody I've seen talk about this are crazy people who claim to hear voices in the head and demon spirits and all this crazy shit. So this is obviously something that crazy people believe in and talk about. Crazy people believe they're talking about secret programs. See, that's how they discredit it. Counterintelligence. Counterintelligence. Uh, I have more agency and intelligence than the CIA. Okay. Anyway, uh, which is why they have to use so much counterintelligence and work to decrease my agency. Um, anyway, here's the point. Here's the point. I do have discolored teeth because I drink so much coffee with turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon in it. Just drinking plain black coffee multiple times a day will have a discoloration effect on your teeth. I've had some people, haters, try to discredit me as a health fitness person by like, you have discolored teeth. Yeah, I brush my teeth. I have good dental care practices. I brush my teeth with fluoride-free Veleda salt toothpaste thoroughly. Sometimes 4 minutes brushing my teeth. Not lazy about this. I rinse my mouth with salt water, and I take oral probiotics, BioGaia Prudence oral probiotics. So I probably have better healthcare routines than the average person. I also don't eat sugar. I don't drink sugary stuff. I don't eat sugary stuff. So I take better care of my teeth than the average person. I do have discolored teeth. Why? Because the smoking has a small, almost insignificant effect on discoloring your teeth. Primarily, it's the drinking coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, and if you drink coffee, that will discolor your teeth. Especially if you put the coloring agent turmeric that they use traditionally to color linen, meaning they used to before they had chemical paints. They would have like a vat or a bowl with turmeric powder in there, maybe something else like vinegar or something else. They would soak clothes in it, like white fabric, and color it. It's a coloring agent, turmeric. I put turmeric in my coffees. Like I said, already just drinking coffee will discolor your teeth. Now, if you put turmeric in it, cinnamon, a brown substance, ginger, it will have more of a discoloration effect. So that's why I have discolored teeth. Deal with it. If you got a problem with discolored teeth, deal with it. Okay. That's your problem. I'm not going to own your problem. Okay? If you have a problem with my discolored teeth, the problem is with you, and shall remain with you, and you shall be banished into the outer realms of darkness. Uh, I'll be weird. Here's the point. Um, if you got a problem with my discolored teeth, you got a problem with discolored teeth. It's not my problem. Okay? I'm gonna start playing now. This triple X person got blocked, and this is like the porn site spam bots that go around leaving comments on everybody's YouTube channel and live stream. So they get blocked. Okay, thanks for contributing to the algorithm though by leaving a comment. Any comment is like, oh, this is engagement. Somebody's commenting on the live stream. So fool you, you didn't get your message out there to other people, and you did contribute to the algorithm. So you okay? I gained, you lost. All right, unless you had some really thirsty guy who was watching it, like quickly clicked it before I blocked you. I'm gonna verify that it's. Oh, I don't know what just happened. It said disconnected, so my Bluetooth headphones must have timed out. I need to reconnect them. I'm hoping they lose battery. They might start losing battery or something. I'm gonna check. You can check that. It says 70%. Okay, so I have 70% battery. Okay, there you go. That will conserve battery to turn off the light. So, I'm gonna start playing. And viewer discretion is advised. This is not for children. If you got super PTSD or you're sensitive, this is not a game for you. Meaning there's jump scares in the video game where you walk through the woods and suddenly a monster jumps on you or something. Wow, okay. There's gunfire, there may be blood and things like this. So this is not for sensitive viewers, this live stream. Viewer discretion is advised. 18 plus only. This live stream will contain graphic depictions of violence, alcohol use, smoking, uh, tobacco and alcohol use, adult language, violence, uh, elements such as these. So viewer discretion is advised. Uh, this is not PG-13. This is 18 plus. So I'm gonna start screen sharing now. And I love you too, babe. And I'm gonna start screen sharing now. Remove myself too. Okay, here we go. 1 hour 11 minutes. Oh, okay, here we are. So this is my inventory. This is my the primary weapon slots. Here you have these other slots. This is a PDA, which should be similar to a tablet or phone. I have a knife here, hunting knife. This is a Geiger counter. Well, this is a detector to use to detect anomaly fields. You can also have a Geiger counter. These are quick access slots, so I can drag and drop something like this MRE here. And if I want to eat food, I can click F4, and it's kind of like quick access, okay? I can put some medicine here, for example, into this quick access slot. And if I'm running across the map and I want to take the medicine, I can click F3 instead of doing this. Click inventory, look for it, and then double click it to use it. So this is the F1, F2, F3, F4 quick access slots. Here's my armor. It's an exoskeleton. Here's a binocular. Here's a hunting knife. Here's a detector. Here's my PDA. The PDA is this. I click P, it brings this up. It has a GPS and a map. Okay, so it'd be similar to a tablet or a phone or something like this. Here's my primary weapon. I'm not gonna shoot this guy, he's a friend. Wow, he's friendly. Here I have a PPSH. This is a World War II. The Russians used this in World War II. It's an SMG, submachine gun. High mag capacity, uses drum mags, 71 rounds, plus one in the chamber, that'll be 72. Iron sights, you can't mount an optic on it. It doesn't have dovetail rails or Picatinny rails, stuff like this. Iron sights only. It has a high mag capacity, pistol caliber submachine gun, high rate of fire, controllable in full auto, meaning it doesn't bounce around. A 9mm submachine gun will have more of a recoil and muzzle rise. I mean, if I just click fire and don't counteract the recoil by pulling down, it will go like this. So some of the full auto weapons in this game, you start to goes okay, muzzle rise. With this submachine gun doesn't have that much of a muzzle rise. Okay, first of all, it's heavy and bulky, all things considered, and the caliber that it fires is kind of like a light caliber. PPSH 48, a major infantry weapon of the Soviet Armed Forces during World War II. The PPSH 41 was durable, low maintenance weapon made of cheap, easily obtained components. I think it was made from stamped metal, not cast, but stamped metal, I think. They utilized 7.62 by 25mm cartridge, so it's not a super high power cartridge. And one of the benefits is controllability in full auto, meaning it doesn't bounce around that much when you're shooting. Here I have another sword weapon, the Asval, 9.39 by 39 SP5. It's an integrally suppressed firearm, meaning the barrel itself is a suppressor. You don't have to screw and mount the suppressor on it. The weapon is built with the barrel being a suppressor. Here's a 12 gauge shotgun. Okay, pump action. Here's a Makarov, I think. PB. Pistolet Beshuni. 6P9 for Spetsnaz. Here's a Kiparis, a submachine gun, 9x19. It's a 9mm submachine gun. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory here. One of the things with exoskeleton is it makes you stronger, so you can carry more. Here I can carry 174 kilos. Okay, which is not super realistic because it's not commonly available right now. But in the video game, here's a chest where I have all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna offload something. I'm gonna click move all actually. And now I'm using 64.6 kilo. It's the total weight of my gear. Okay, out of 174. I mean, this is the max amount of weight I can carry, the 174.7 kilo with the exoskeleton. If I remove the exoskeleton, see now it goes to 50 kilos. Without the exoskeleton, how much weight I can carry. So let's wear this. And I'm gonna customize my loadout. This is purified water. I'll get 3 of these. I'll bring the MRE, 12 gauge shotgun. You know what? I think I use this. I don't bring the PPSH. I bring this. Weight is important. The less things you carry, the more loot you can pick up on the map. And if you kill a guy, you get in a firefight, and you go and look at his dead body, you can pick up his rifle, his whatever he's carrying, you can pick that up. And the less I'm carrying, the more things I can bring with me. So it's good to have a light load when you're out and about. I'm gonna bring this and the shotgun. So I'm gonna use some ammo. Now if I hover over a weapon and I'm looking at my chest or in a store, it will highlight things that are connected to this weapon. So if I hover my mouse over the shotgun, it will highlight the ammunition out of all these different types of ammunition, the ammo that goes to this gun. So the 12 gauge, buckshot, slugs, etc. These are old buckshot shells. Here's the energy drink. I like to bring at least 3 energy drinks with me when I go outside. Gonna have to increase my screen brightness. It's kind of hard for me to see in the screen. Okay, here. Gonna pick ammo for this. AP rounds. And we'll bring at least 120 rounds per minimum. Actually, we'll bring around 300 rounds for this. 312 rounds for this. And then for this, at least 120 rounds. SP5. $240 rounds at least. This is a DMR rifle. Yeah, it's kind of. It's not like a super accurate long range sniper rifle. It's more like a DMR. It's a rifle that you're more accurate with it than a standard assault rifle. But you can still use it close range. 20 rounds in the mag, full auto capable. 257 rounds. I'm gonna bring some 12 gauge slugs. I don't typically use them. Here's a Mosina Gaunt 762 times by 54. Okay. Here's a M4A1, modern version of the M16. Here's an AK-47, no AK-74, MP5 with an ACOG sight on it. Um, I don't know where my shotgun buckshot rounds are. I'm gonna have to pick some up somewhere. Oh, there they are. I'd like to bring at least 40 shotgun rounds with me. These would be like faster slugs, I guess. You have round ball slugs, which like a musket pretty much. That round ball, but you also have these torch shells, which would be similar to a rifled slug. It's a rifled slug. Um, Gotta bring some medicines and some food. Some can of tuna. Bring 3 of those. You need to have a knife in the inventory to be able to open the can of tuna, I think. Some medicines. Vinca. This is a medicine that improves blood coagulation, meaning it reduces the amount of bleeding. If you get shot, you bleed less if you took this before you got shot. Um, Bring a box of matches. These are lightweight food sources. Mixed bags, mixed nuts. 3 of those. Sparkling water. This is a tourniquet. Anti-red. This would be the vitamin C. Only this is a drug, okay, big pharma drug. Vitamin C is natural, safe, without side effects, lowering radiation. Here's some kind of a Yadulin medicine. Restores HP. Agonistic effect. Causes short-term clouding of consciousness. So this is the big pharma drugs. This is not vitamin C. Vitamin C has these benefits without the side effects, meaning it speeds up healing, restores health, etc., without the side effects. So if I was the mod of this game, I would be making up things like vitamin C water. Okay, it would be a lot of vitamins, not big pharma drugs. It'd be like magnesium, protects you from this type of radiation. Vitamin C, water, boosts stamina, increases energy, speeds up wound healing. Uh, Burn damage, lowers health with burn damage. Okay, it would be vitamins. Okay, maybe I would have ibuprofen in there. Okay, antihistamine pills and ibuprofen at most, and the rest would be like vitamins, amino acids, vitamins, things like this. But I didn't make the game. Okay, so I kind of had to imagine that. Well, okay, at least it's like thematic. You had the energy drink which has B complex vitamins in there. Actually, this one we don't need that. Bring a multi-tool. Bring a metal shovel. I want to bring a site. You can check. This is like a red dot site without magnification. Oh, it's integrated. Okay, that means I can't replace it. But sometimes you can pick between different sites. I mean, you can have a 3.5 magnification scope, like the ACOG. There's different ACOGs. Um, but here it's like stuck to the gun. You can't change it. Here's a Colt M1911 45 ACP handgun that I talked about before. ACP rounds. I'll bring some Full Metal Jacket ball. There's 7 rounds in each mag. 21, 714. 2 mags. Alright, I'll bring that. I want to test it. Gotta bring some stim packs. Scientific stim pack. That's an auto injector. Morphine. Radiation protectant. So that's preventative. Before exposure to radiation, you want to take that. So vitamin C is both something you can take before you get exposed to radiation and in response to exposure to radiation, take more vitamin C. So I would like it if in the game they used vitamins more. If I made a mod for this, I would add vitamins for the health effects. Epinephrine can save your life from anaphylactic shock, anaphylaxis. I've been borderline having anaphylaxis when my allergies used to be worse. Uh, I would have severe allergic reactions, asthma attacks, and I know I would get very close to like full-on anaphylaxis. When my airways would start closing up, it would be hard for me to breathe, harder and harder incrementally. Um, Mega dose vitamin C on a daily basis have improved my allergies, and I never get that way anymore. You know, that never happens before where I get so uh, like an asthma allergy attack, whatever it is, exposed to something allergic. I don't get like near anaphylaxis that I used to get before. Okay, yeah, we use minimalism here. Stim packs. Band-aids, bandages. Which is the first thing to take if you get shot or beaten by a mutant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to have side block too. They are controllers. I need some side block. And apparently I need to okay, these are modules you can attach to your suit. This is a camelback. Alright, I can't hear any sound. I don't know if my headset is connected again or not. Gonna check. Do this. No, I can hear it. I'm not hearing any sound coming from the video game. Okay, seem to have bugs. I'm gonna save the game and exit the game and restart it. See if that fixes it. This is a program I have that can free up memory, RAM memory, which makes your computer faster. Okay, now I can hear it. I'm not hearing background music on the stream at all. So while this is loading, let's tend to that. I can't hear the background music. Let's do this. Listen to my last. I see this background music come through to the viewers. Yes, there is. Now I'm hearing the background music. But from backstage, when I'm sitting here, I don't hear the background music. Let's put it to 28. I don't want it to be so loud that if I'm talking, people can't hear me if I do that commentary. Sometimes when I live stream gameplay, I'm not talking, I turn off my microphone. And it's just game sound coming through and the background music, copyright-free background music I have as a background track. So anyway, let's get back into the game. This is a trader. And this guy sells guns like nothing else. It's AK-47, 7.62 by 39. What's in a Gaunt? Here's a SVT-40. SKS, which was used by the Russian army. Similar to the M1 Garand. Semi-auto, high caliber military rifle. This is a submachine gun, a Krinkov type. AKS-74. Here's sawed-off shotguns, 12 gauge, over and under and side by side. This is a side-by-side shotgun, meaning there's two barrels, one next to the other. This is an over and under shotgun, meaning there's one barrel on top of the other barrel. Both are double barrel 12 gauge shotguns. This shotgun, it doesn't have a stock, so it's a more compact shotgun. Has a tubular magazine, 7 rounds, 3.1 kilos, and that's after I customized it at the technician, paid him money to reduce the weight. Now, if I was very concerned about weight and I really need a buckshot firing weapon, having one of these, it's lighter, like a kilo, exactly a kilo lighter, 2.1 kilos, 2.19. Now this is weighing only 3.1 kilos, that's after modification. I think so. Yeah, you can see this little thing up in the left corner. That means it's been modified. So I went to a technician, and he modified it for me. I had to pay money, like reduce the weight. Um, Here's a Colt 1911 handgun. Actually, let's equip that as a secondary here. Actually, let's check if there's something. Here's an exoskeleton. Different type of suits. This is body armor. This is more realistic body armor as what you see today in war zones. This is body armor suit, soft body armor. And here are more sci-fi type suits. Now they're actually uh, developing armor like this, like the future soldier product or something like this. The Russian military, and I've seen videos about this, how like the U.S. Army and the Russian Army are working to develop like exoskeleton type suits and these type of suits with like advanced imaging sensors and uh, like a helmet and like this type of stuff. But it's not, you don't see it in war zones today, like in the Ukraine war or something like this. This would be more realistic, like real life body armor. 14 kilos, this is heavy body armor. Possibly it's soft body armor with hard metal ballistic plate inserts. Hard metal as opposed to soft metal. Um, Backpacks here. You can buy helmets. So if you buy a suit like this that doesn't come with a helmet, this is like a overall. This is like a all in one. It has a helmet, kind of like an astronaut suit. You buy the suit and it comes with a helmet, or this one, some kind of a thing on your head. Here you can buy just a vest, and then you can buy a helmet for it as well. So if you have a vest and no helmet, you can pick, well, I want a gas mask, or I want this steel helmet, or I want this gas mask. Uh, some bandits have a balaclava. You can buy handguns here, knives, ammo. I buy some 45 ACP rounds. Armor piercing, this is better effect against armor. Okay, so now I'm gonna venture out into the zone. I think I have what I need. And I have some companions. If you look to the right side of the screen, uh, there's some portraits there. These are my teammates. This guy has a machine gun, a big machine gun, RPK, I think. This is Starting Village. Privyet means hello in Russian. It's like greetings, hello, good day, hello, whatever. Privyet, до свидания, спасибо. Spasiba means thank you. До свидания is like goodbye, farewell. Privyet is hello. Spasiba is thank you. These are not the max graphics settings you see right now. Here's a mutant dog. Reload. These are mutants. That's a wild boar. There's a lot of them. They have numerical superiority. I have firepower superiority. They are melee weapon capable only. They only have melee capability. I mean, they have teeth like a dog. They can only bite you. They have to get within arm's reach to hit you. So they have numerical superiority. I have firepower superiority. I mean, I can engage them from a distance. Now the problem was when I'm engaging one of them, there's another one running up from the side and behind me. Now my tactics are not really good here. I would be better off jumping up on this car here, get the high ground, uh, unless there was some kind of magical anomaly there. Okay, that hurt. Uh, I've noticed if I'm talking and doing commentary when I'm playing, I do a worse job playing. That's not an excuse. That's true. But basically, a better way to deal with these, with mutants like dogs like this, is you jump up. You acquire the high ground, which is important in warfare. Now on this map, you have this anomalies. I mean, there's like a force field, okay, and that's what was on top of that car that I took damage from. But a good way to counter mutants like dogs, these wild mutated boars that I get attacked by, would be to jump up on something like this, a rock on top of something like that, and they can't climb up there, and you can fire on them from up high. Now against human players that have firearms, that might be the worst thing to do, where you're silhouetting. It's like the opposite of being behind cover. You get on top of something, and you're visible. There's no cover, so you'd be better off taking cover if there's some human with a rifle over here, taking cover behind this car here, for example. And you can also get even lower here, and I can pop out of cover, fire, boom, 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 get back into cover, reload, and things like this. That would be better against a human. But to counter, if you're playing this video game, you can actually download this video. It's free to play this video game. It's called Anomaly mod, and you can find it on ModDB. It's free to download, it's not illegal, it's not pirating. It's open source, kind of free to download, free to play. It's a standalone mod. I mean, you don't even have to buy the base original game to be able to play this mod. This is a free to play, free to download, completely free game. You can download it for free on ModDB. If you search Anomaly mod download, you look for the ModDB page, you can download it there. And if you get into playing this, if you're a person who watches my lives like, I like this game, it looks fun to me, and you download it, I'll share some quick tips and tricks, like I just did. If you encounter mutants, a good way to counter them is jump up on something. Okay, they can't climb up on things, and you can engage them from there. So that's a quick tip. Good situational awareness is important. Meaning, sometimes when I play, I'm playing kind of recklessly. I'm just running around, run into a building like this. Okay? An actual tactics CQB, like what they teach military and law enforcement about combat, applies to the game. Okay? Meaning, I don't just run in blindly into this house. Oh, there's a guy over there. I got shot. So if you're being tactical, you clear the room, okay, like this. Check the corners, and you clear it, okay. And you approach more cautiously, meaning here, for example. I approach here, I check here, I pop in, I cover, I sweep the room with my barrel. Okay, there's different ways to do it. Now, a lot of times in the game, I will just run around reckless, just run into this building. Oh, there's a guy over there, I got shot. Okay, but like there's the right way to do it, and real world tactics will apply to the video game. Okay, so if you know how to clear rooms, you know how to survive a firefight or increase your likelihood of surviving, like taking cover concealment, meaning this is concealment, which makes it hard for the enemy to see me, and it's hard to hit what you can't see. Okay, this is concealment right here. This is cover, meaning this will stop bullets, certain bullets, and even if a bullet penetrates, it will have lost some energy traveling through the tree. If a high caliber like a 50 cal or a 7.62 by 54, uh, it might go all the way through the tree, and if it hits me, it might make the difference. So it's not like you have to stop the bullet 100%. Okay, if you take cover behind something like a tree and a high caliber bullet penetrates, goes through the tree. So the cover is not super high quality cover like a concrete wall or something, or stop the bullet completely. If a bullet has to travel through medium, like a material, it will lose power, speed, e.g. It will also deform the projectile, where it will be the shape of the projectile will be flattened and be less aerodynamic, less sharp. It will make it less dangerous once it hits you. And if you have body armor, let's say I have NIJ-3A level body armor, and a 7.62 by 39mm AK-47 bullet hits the armor, it can penetrate my armor, the level 3A, NIJ-3A, National Institute of Justice, NIJ-3A body armor, like this plate carrier I have here. This is level 3A hard body armor. Okay, this will not stop an AK-47 bullet, full metal jacket 60 by 39. But if I'm taking cover behind something, even something that's not high quality cover enough to stop the bullet from hitting my body, it can make the difference. Like the straw that breaks the camel's back in reverse. Meaning if somebody fires an AK-47 bullet through a car door, and then it goes first through the pass through the car door and then hits my uh, body armor, it might have lost enough energy going through the car door and deformed the projectile. So once it hits the body armor, now the 3A level body armor will stop the AK-47 bullet because it traveled through a car door or a glass window and then a car door, or through a thin tree or like this. Um, so yeah, cover is important. Um, Utilizing cover and concealment and moving quickly from cover to cover will increase your survivability. Meaning, let's say there's a guy up on the bridge firing at me. I'm staying behind cover. I pop out, boom, 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 fire, pop back into cover. Then I might run from cover to cover. So I run from that cover position to this cover position. Boom, 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 fire. Run to the next cover over here. So I'm running from cover to cover. Okay, now I'm behind cover again. Pop up, boom, 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 boom. Get back into cover. Look, okay, now I want to run over here. I run from this cover to this cover. So moving from cover to cover can help you survive. Situational awareness means scanning your environment. And if I were just running here, recklessly, I might miss it. There's a guy walking up here and then suddenly he shoots me in the back or from the side. Now if I have good situational awareness, I scan, I look around, look, stop, look, listen. Or at least look and listen. I look around myself, I might go, oh, there's a guy right over here. Okay. And then I can engage him before he engages me. So good situational awareness will help you survive. Being aware of your surroundings. Listening, looking. Sometimes you can hear gunfights in the distance, meaning NPCs will be fighting with each other. This distortion is a normally feel. That's a gunshot. I'm hearing gunfire in the distance. This is a good sniper position. Sometimes there will be a guy up here firing at you. Sometimes there'll be an NPC here, and if you move down this road, you will come under fire. He'll start firing at you. Sandbags. In this game, it's also realistic that you have to use holdover, I mean, it's a ballistic drop. So it's not like if I aim here, the bullet is gonna hit at the reticle where I'm aiming. At a long distance, I will have to aim above, meaning at close range. See, it will hit, the bullet will hit where the reticle is, like the crosshair, okay? Now at a longer distance, it's not gonna hit there. I'm gonna have to aim above, meaning if I want to hit that thing, I don't aim directly at it, I aim above it. And the longer the distance is, the more you have to have a hold over, meaning aim above the thing you're shooting at. And different calibers will have different bullet drop, which is realistic ballistics. See, there's a mutant running towards me over there. Ooh, that's a very dangerous mutant next to him. That was a controller. They are very dangerous, one of the most dangerous enemies you can see in the game, come across. This guy seems to be running in place. Gotcha. That's gotta be around 400 meters. 300, around 300 meters, I would guesstimate away. There was a controller there, I think. They can cloak, they can make something visible. I'm gonna fast travel. Reload. And I'm gonna open up my PDA and fast travel. Brook, brook. I'm looking for a fast travel point here. I might come under fire when I arrive here, I'm hoping not. There are different factions in the game. Some of them are hostile to you, depending on what faction you're a member of with in-game actions. I think that would be an enemy. I shall pursue him. I will not fire unless fired upon by this guy. Rules of engagement. Unless he shoots at me, I'm not going to shoot at him. If you're approaching a position, you don't want to silhouette like this and walk on top of a ridge where you're silhouetting against the background. It makes it easy for people to spot you and see you. You want to move below the ridge like this if you approach your position. Meaning, if I'm gonna get over there, it's better to walk like this on the side, either of the sides, than to walk on top most of the time, because it makes it easy for people to see me. I'm silhouetting against the background if I walk on top of this. That's a shotgun blast. It's a firefight. I will insert myself into it. Taking fire. One down. That's a grenade impact. Explosion. I think it just crashed. The game just crashed. It's gonna close. Yeah, it freezed. That happens sometimes. I don't run this at the highest graphics settings I can run it at. Whoa, okay. Alright. Struka, that's a fire in Struka. That's a cuss word in Russian. I don't know what it means. Something dirty. Quick save, quick load. I don't know, my companions seem to have gotten stuck somewhere. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back. I could run this at high graphics, making the game look better, but I decreased the graphics settings to make it run smoother. When I would play at high graphics settings, I would have game crashes sometimes. So it would run well until it didn't. It will crash. I want to test the 45. This is a Colt 1911 45 ACP handgun. Can change the ammo type to These. These are better at penetrating body armor. Headshot. Gotcha. Looks like a checkpoint. The reason I fired up on the guys last time I played, as soon as the zombies started shooting at me. So they seem to be hostile to me, the duty faction. These are zombies. And I'm going to begin engaging them. See if I can get a headshot. Sometimes the zombies go down, like in a zombie movie. If you don't shoot them in the head, they'll wake up again and come back after some time. If they're shaking on the ground, like having seizures. Some wild cats here. Okay, yeah. Alright. They got the best of me this time. I'll get you next time. These are wild mutated cats. They're dangerous in the pack. He's just running around now. He got me. Alright, get you next time. These are mutated animals, so some of the things you can encounter in this zone are other human players, zombies, and also mutated animals like cats, mutated dogs, hogs, wild pigs, basically, hogs. Alright, so I'm gonna use this shotgun and this one. Where's my waypoint? Rusi, something about weapon. Rusi, something. A Rusi or Rusi. It means weapon. He might have told me to holster my weapon. The waypoint disappeared, so I'm gonna fast travel. I might come on a fire here. I think the merge might be holstered. We'll see what happens. Sure enough. Somebody's flying at me. Near misses. He had a G36. There's a 556 223 weapon. I'm gonna check his body. Just handgun fire. Somebody's firing with a pistol. Got a quick save. If I walk into this thing, I will take damage. It's a normal field. So throwing a bolt in front of you, you can test what areas are safe to pass through and what are not. I think the shipper might be under the tunnel here. Whoa! That's a very dangerous mutant. I should have brought some more medicines here. See if I can make it. Here we go. He had a Colt 1911 and a PPSH. Oh, this is some of them. This is the shipment. So this guy seems to have died here. And the mission is completed. Now I can fast travel back to the guy who gave me the mission to collect this. If I want to. Okay, I will go here. Now, while I'm over here. Whoa! Alright. It looks like I dropped my gun. Hell. I lost my gun somewhere. Maybe when I walked into the Anomaly. Sometimes you walk into the Anomaly, it will make you drop your gun. Here it is. And it's all broken. Okay. accurate semi-auto fire. Hell. It's a shotgun. This is one of the crashed helicopters that are part of the main storyline. And I just instantly died there jumping into an Anomaly field. That was a near miss. If you know about bullets, if a bullet almost hits you, you will hear like a zing. That means the bullet was close to you. A bullet like 100 meters away from you, you're not gonna hear the zing. But if a bullet almost hits you like a near miss, you will hear a zing as the bullet zips past you. So I can navigate, circumvent the anomalies. There's a sniper somewhere. I don't know where. Accurate semi-auto fire. Somewhere shooting at me. These are friendlies. That means hello, brother. In Russian. Okay, I guess they want me to go inside that thing. Okay. Okay. There's a scumbaggery going on here. I don't like this. You know what? Screw this mission. I'm not gonna do it now. You're gonna fast travel somewhere else. I have to, if I'm gonna go through these anomaly fields, I really should change my suit and or bring some more protective medications. Change my equipment, basically. We'll go over here. I still didn't eat today. I'm still fasting. Didn't eat since waking up. I did 6 hour live stream before. On Mike Sound Mics I took an option. See when I my fast. I might finish up pretty soon. Have some things I want to take care of away from the computer. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna finish up pretty soon. I'm gonna check my live stream, see how the video quality has been like. I'll be right back. If it's been lagging, choppy, if the frame rate has been good, what the sound is like. I'll be right back. Yeah, I checked the live stream and I jumped back a little bit to see, and it looked somewhat blurry at times, meaning it was a little bit blurry, like low resolution. This happens sometimes. It's not the same consistent video quality when you use restreaming or screen sharing to a live stream gameplay. Sometimes it looks pretty damn crisp, and the frame rate is good, and sometimes it will be a little bit laggy and a little bit low resolution. And sometimes in the same live stream, it will cycle between being low resolution video to high resolution video. Um, and at parts of the live stream when I jump back, it looks pretty damn blurry. I mean, it looks worse than what I'm seeing when I'm playing the game, what people are seeing on YouTube. And then also I noticed that there's no audio from the game. There's no the gunshots, the sounds from the game weren't coming through to YouTube. I can hear it. The background music uh, was hearable, so it's good that I put that on there. So there's some sound going on other than just talking. Um, but the game audio didn't come through. And I'm dealing with horrible lighting, so I look a lot worse right now than I do in real life. So horrible lighting over here. But if I ask my girlfriend, she'll say you're handsome. You always look handsome. So in her eyes, I'm always beautiful. So I got something for life. Here's the point. There's always a point to get to. This is Mike's coffee. It's not Beard's tea. It's Mike's coffee. It's very meta. So to give me energy and survive in the zone, as I venture out into the zone, I I have a thermos of Mike's coffee. I got thermos with Mike's coffee. Um, and it has coffee, and I also put some turmeric, ginger, black pepper. No, not this time. Turmeric, ginger, cinnamon in there. So that's Mike's coffee. It's almost finished now. You can see the sediment like at the bottom. That's the turmeric, ginger, and the cinnamon powder. It doesn't dissolve completely in water. It will release some of its, like if you put cinnamon powder, it will release some of the medicinal stuff in the cinnamon into the water. But the cinnamon doesn't disappear. Like vitamin C powder, if you mix that into water, it will dissolve completely into the water. If you put it in enough water, there's a limit to how much water can absorb. How much it will be saturated, meaning you can only mix that much sugar or vitamin C into water. So if you have this much water, there's a certain amount of grams of sugar and or vitamin C that it can hold, the water can absorb, and it will be saturated, and it can't absorb anymore. So no matter how much you stir, there's going to be some undissolved powder in it. Distilled water is hungry water. It can absorb more than normal tap water that already holds some stuff. So, uh, but some things won't dissolve and disappear into water completely, no matter how much you mix it. And even if you mix cinnamon powder into distilled water, it's not gonna disappear completely. I don't know who you are. Mike, do you have StreamYard? Let's talk now. Sam or Thomas, something. I don't know who you are. Why would I want to talk to you? What you make a proposition? Let's talk now. Why would I want to talk to you? I don't know who you are. You haven't introduced yourself. Just a person who writes a comment on my live stream. I don't know who you are. Why do I want to talk to you? What do you want to talk about? Mike, do you have StreamYard? Let's talk now. Or you work for the government gang stalker program? You're gonna kind of try to get me backstage and try to record and try to bait me to say something using the smear campaign. I've had all kinds of stuff. I've been around this road before. Okay, people be like, oh, let's talk privately. And they will try to bait me to say certain things, and they will like gather ammo that they can use to have like source footage that they can cut out a part out of context and use in the smear campaign and stuff like this. Um, um, you're showing up in my live stream Samuel Thomas something. Who are you and why do you think that I want to talk to you? You're just a stranger that appears in my comment section and says, Mike, do you have StreamYard? And it's also a comment without a question mark at the end of it. Okay, which is something I talked about is a pet peeve of mine. People coming to my chat asking me questions without putting a question mark at the end of their sentence. Mike, comma, do you have StreamYard? Period. No question mark. Let's talk now. No. Let's not talk now. I don't want to talk to you. I have no desire to speak to you. What do you bring to the table? What's the value? What's in it for me talking to you? What do you contribute? Okay. Do you have something to teach me? More likely than not, you would need to learn things from me. What do you bring to the table? What makes you think that you're worthy for me to want to spend time talking to you? What makes you think that you are worthy to have me talk to you? Why would I want to spend time talking to you? Stranger. A stranger appearing in my live stream, inviting Mike, do you have stream? Let's talk now. Why do you think that I want to talk to you? No, I don't want to talk to you. Mike, do you have StreamYard? Let's talk now. No, I don't want to talk to you. Okay. Mr. Mysterious Stranger, more likely than not, you're a government gang stalking, paid to hate gang stalking online agent. I would guess, more likely than not, statistical probability, more likely than not, you're a piece of shit working for the government gang stalking program. More likely than not, you're a piece of shit working for the government gang stalking program that works to destroy my life and harass me online and offline. And you're doing the narcissistic dog whistling abuse tactic of doing a pet peeve, meaning you write in the chat. I'm gonna zoom in and see if you have something dirty in the profile picture. No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it has something dirty. So you do the thing where you write a question in my comment section without putting a question mark at the end of it. Oh, I'm so triggered. Oh, you hurt my feelings so much. No, it's just you letting me know that you're a toxic person. People that write comments asking questions without a question mark in the sentence, they're toxic. That's a single point, quick fire way to see a toxic person. Somebody leaves a comment without a question mark at the end of it. Mike, do you have a StreamYard? Let's talk now. I don't want to talk to you, piece of shit. I don't want to talk to you, piece of shit, gang stalking piece of shit. I don't want to talk to you, you government gang stalking piece of shit. Okay. Who mysteriously appears in my chat. Most people show up in my chat who are not like regulars, like supportive viewers. I have a few of those. They're people that get sent to my channel and they work for the government gang stalking program. Or they've been recruited by somebody who is working for the government gang stalking program and recruited in the smear campaign and got them to come mess with me. And you're doing this thing where you're trying to trigger me and piss me off, push my buttons. Because I've talked, it's so pathetic and disgusting government gang stalking program. Where I've been talking about how the program will try to push my buttons in front of others on the sly by, it's like I have a live stream on one of my channels, both my channels actually, where I talk about a pet peeve of mine, how I'm fed up with people. I talk about one of the reasons I put restrictions on the chat a lot of the time. Where I don't let just anybody write in the comment section, in the live chat. And one thing I talked about is this pet peeve that I really don't like. I'm fed up with people coming to my chat, asking me questions without putting a question mark in their sentence. And then since I talked about that, it's kept happening more so that people come into my chat and do this. And it's like they're trying to push my buttons and fuck with me. Fuck you, piece of shit, scumbag, dirtbag. I gotta check out your channel and see if you have any content on there. Go to channel. This channel doesn't have any content. I'm an alien, says the description. Oh, that's a strange name to have. That's a strange bio. I'm an alien. Community. 454 subscribers with no videos or live streams. You do have some playlists though. Live, no live streams, no videos. This channel doesn't have any content. Okay. Basically, you're sending off all the red flags where it looks like you wanted the people who work for the government to harass me online. Okay, which is why I had the reaction that I had. Okay. Meaning, I've been talking about recently. First of all, I'm not talking in the context. I'm not talking individual government gang stalking, which means I'm not talking of a secret government program where people are recruited. This is a program got put on the list, and they start working to destroy your life. It's a slow murder program. They try to actually murder me. The program at its base is a slow murder program. They work to break you down, destroy your mind, your body, destroy your life, sabotage everything you're doing, harass you. When you go outside, these people work for the program. They will harass you subtly. It's all covert, subtle, so other people can't pick up on the fact you're being messed with. It flies under the radar. You will know the target to be messed with. Also online, like me, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm a threat to the system and a threat to the program. Especially then, they will be sending people to harass me online. And of course, they don't want to help me prove the fact that what I'm saying is true, that I'm the target of a secret program being harassed. So they will do covert abuse, where they will be doing things to mess with me in front of others, in my comment section, in my live chat, etc. And they don't want it to look like, oh, this is adding credibility to what Mike is saying, that he's the target of a government program being harassed, etc. They want to abuse me and mess with me in front of others, on the slide from others, and then the narcissistic abuse will focus on the reaction of the target to the abuse rather than the abuse itself. Meaning somebody's kicking your shin under the table, and you go, you scumbag, and then it's like, oh, look, this person's unhinged, wild, and crazy. They're shouting at somebody sitting at the other side of the table, just talking to them. Okay, so focus on the reaction to the abuse rather than the reactive toxicity at times, reactive abuse at times, which I have been guilty of, possibly. May or may not have. Okay, but basically, and sometimes it's a healthy reaction. But focus on the reaction to the narcissistic, dog whistling abuse tactics rather than the abuse itself. So that's a big part of how the program works to target me online, where they will try to send people to my chat to push my buttons. And to other people watching the live stream, they won't be able to tell that somebody's effing with me in the chat. But they will be pushing my buttons because the program spies on me. They know what buttons to push and what I've been going through privately recently, what I've been upset about in private, what has been irking me, and especially something that happened recently is I mentioned on my Mike Saha and or Mike Saha 2.0, actually on both. I talked about a pet peeve of mine, and I made a video where I talked about why I started putting restrictions on the live chat, where not anybody can write it in the chat. Can I get your number? Okay, hold on. Where somebody was I made a video live stream less than 8 days ago, like around a week ago. I talk about a pet peeve. Like, I'm fed up. This is part of the reason why I'm enabling restrictions on the chat, like subscriber only mode, etc. Because part of it is not only just that people are sent to my channel to troll me, but part of it is also like I'm just fed up by people that are not even part of the program. A lot of people in the public now, they're toxic, immature, and selfish. So they will be annoying to me. where they will come to my chat, they will ask me questions without a question mark in the sentence, meaning like this. And this is something that I recently, less than a week ago, talked about. This is a pet peeve of mine, something that irks me and pisses me off, and how I'm fed up with this. So if you try to push somebody over the edge and provoke them, it's like this person is fed up. They've had it up to the max level of this. So let's put some more of that so you will run over like a pressure. Okay, all right. So that's exactly what somebody wanting to administer narcissistic dogways and abuse to somebody, push somebody's buttons, would do. They would go like, oh, this is a pet peeve, something this person hates and is fed up with. So I'm gonna do that exact thing to provoke the person and push the buttons. And then if the person goes and starts cussing at the person, going, screw you, you piece of shit, then Mike will look like the bad guy who's just jumping on people who writes a seemingly normal comment in his chat, like a comment with a question without a question mark on it, which is something I've talked about recently on my channel, how this is a pet peeve and it irks me when people do this. And since then, 2 people have showed up in my live chat, at least 2 people. No, actually 3 or 4 already since I made a live stream. More so than before I made the video had this happened, when people show up and go. So it's like, I hate people using the word, the N word, if it was a black guy or something. I'm fed up with it. Or if I was like, I'm autistic, if I go, I'm tired of hearing the word retard. I'm sensitive to the word retard. I'm autistic. When was a kid, I was bullied and they called me a retard or something. Now I'm not MR. I'm an actually above average intelligence autistic person, meaning smarter than the average person. But some autistic people are sensitive to the R word because they got bullied in school, their special needs, and they got called a retard. So it'd be similar to that. Like, this is something I'm fed up with, having people throw this word around a lot. Uh, and then, oh, he's sensitive to this word. It pisses him off and irks him. So somebody wanted to push my buttons will do that thing. And then if I have a reaction to it, they will go like focus on the reaction to the abuse and be like, Mike is unhinged, flies off the handle, cusses at people and slices him. He's so crazy and a loose cannon and a bad guy. Okay, let's see. Uh, so sometimes I break my own rules, meaning I will react to covert aggression with overt aggression. Okay, meaning I know that that might not always be the best way to respond to it, but sometimes I will respond to covert aggression with overt aggression because my aggression is justified. I'm not a passive aggressive person. A lot of people targeting me, including self-influencers that work for the program, will do passive aggressiveness. The whole program is passive aggressive, like 99%. And they'll be attacking you. And because who uses passive aggression? People that know that they're not in the right to exercise aggression against you. They want to attack with aggression. But they know that if they would be open with it, they would look like a bad guy because they don't have the right to exercise aggression. Their aggressions are justified, therefore they will use passive aggression. Okay? Or they are cowards, they are afraid to exercise active aggression. So it's always like a negative thing. Okay? The times in my life when I've practiced covert aggression against the government gang stalking program, now and then I've done it back to them. Meaning, if I'm in the supermarket harassed by somebody that I know for certain is working for the program harassing me, and they do hit him with some abuse, some directed speech, passive aggressiveness, and the person is fat, I might go as the perp work for the program. I've done things where I'd be like, do you have olive oil? Ask the guy behind the counter within earshot of the person who's worked for the program. He didn't mean it, passive aggressiveness. And they go, no. Yeah, okay, it's very fat. Olive oil or something like this, and the person is fat. The person who's in the store harassed me for the government is fat, overweight. I understand. So I've done that. And what do I know when I've exercised passive aggression? Is where I'm in a disempowered situation where I cannot exercise overt aggression. If I go, you piece of shit, fat cow, bitch, slave minion for the government, stop harassing me for the government. There's gonna be cops coming on the scene and be like, this guy's shouting in the supermarket, claiming people are accusing people of being government agents harassing him. It's like off to the loony bin with you. It's one thing on the internet, but if I'm like in the supermarket, in people's face, like close physical proximity acting like this, it can be a problem. So when I've used passive aggressiveness, it means that the power dynamic or the circumstances don't allow for me to be overt aggressive. And it's very rare that I've done stuff like this when I'm really bawling and it's like, oh, this person's right here abusing me. to my face for the government, and they feel safe in doing so. And I feel, and I will sometimes hit them back with some passive aggressiveness. I have at times, very rarely. By nature, I don't like passive aggressiveness. Um, but a lot of times, the people that attack me will use passive aggressiveness. Okay, why? Because the aggression is not justified. Meaning, Richard Granner can't sit in his live stream and go, yeah, so my narcissistic psychopathic handlers told me to use this word and attack a total individual who's watching his live stream right now. Because he's a total narcissistic psychopath, so I'm a controlled shield working for them. I'm a flying monkey. And I've been told to administer some narcissistic abuse to this person listening right now. And I got told to say this thing, some gaslighting thing, use some innuendo. This person is sensitive to this word. I got told to use the word in this live stream to target this person. See, that's why he will have to be passive aggressive uh, and hide his aggression. Okay, he will hide his aggression. So I get told with passive aggressiveness a lot of time. Anyway, like I said, whatever. Can we talk here? Okay, you're running 3 live streams. Whatever, comma. Can at least you put a question mark. You're learning here. You're learning. That's good. You're learning how to be an adult human in your communication. Um, okay, you're running 3 live streams but only seeing this feed. Okay. Well, maybe you're not subscribed to other channels. Let's talk now. So, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? If you think I'm going to let you up on my live stream and have you p-ball me or something, uh, think again. If you have something to you want to bring up, you're still not blocked. If you have something you want to bring up, you can type it in the chat, and depending on what you write, you might get a response. Okay. So it looks like he left. It says I have 1 viewer. I had 3 before, and it went down to 1. Um, I'll give you a few minutes. I will choose. I'll actually grace you with I'll actually give you a few minutes, like a minute to reply. If not, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna roll the cigarette, so I'll keep this up here for a while. See if he. So basically, this guy is sending out the red flags and being somebody work for the program because he's doing something that I've talked about as a pet peeve that irks me. And it's people coming to my chat sent by the program, and somebody tells them to go into my chat and write a question without a question mark at the end of it because you know that's a button to push. That's something that I've talked about how it annoys and irks me. And I'm really crying over here. I'm breaking down. Oh, I'm so hurt. My emotions are so hurt by you doing. Oh, I'm so hurt. Oh, the pain. Okay. Anyway, uh, it's just something that lets me know that you're in on the program. It's not like you can reliably use this to trigger a certain emotional state in me, to state manage me. You can't get me to feel a certain way by using it. You don't have that power with me to be able to use a certain word or phrase and reliably get me to feel the way that you want me to feel. Okay? Uh, I am in control of myself. Other people don't have control. The narcissistic psychopath control freaks that put me on this list, they don't control me. They don't have control over me. So yeah, this guy. This is why I think that this guy could be work for the program, because with all things considered, the circumstances, the timing, the communication style, he shows up here asking a question without a question mark at the end of it, which I recently talked about on my channel. It's a pet peeve of mine that irks me. And I've also talked about how it's something that people work for the program will do. Little things like that to mess with me too, and it's been happening a lot. Uh, so it doesn't look like. See, you're gonna have, if you don't have the patience to stay around and wait for me to respond to your comments, then you don't deserve an answer to your questions. If you don't have the patience to listen to me speak when I'm responding to your questions and talk about something, and you want to leave a comment, and if you don't get a reply within 3 minutes, you're gonna run away. You don't deserve an answer. Okay. If it's not worth for you waiting 3 minutes for an answer, then you're not paying the price that you personally would need to pay to get an answer. Okay, so no, I don't want to talk to you. Why would I want to talk to you? It's like, why do hello, Jamie? Why would I want to talk to you, Samuel? That more likely than not, it's not even your real name. Why would I want to talk to you? Why would I? Let's talk now. What? What makes you think that I want to talk to you? You're selling. You're like, let's talk now, okay? So it's like, let's go on a date if you're talking to a girl, or let's go outside and take a walk, or something. It's like, why? Okay, why you make a proposition, okay, for us to talk. Who are you? You're a random stranger shows up appears in my comment section, and you say, let's talk now. Do you have StreamYard? Let's talk. You're a random person. Do you think that I don't have any standards? That I'm picky with who I talk to and interact with? I have standards. I'm picky with who I let converse with me and who I spend my time with. I'm a high value man. I have standards. I don't just like, oh, somebody wants to talk to me. I want to talk to you. If you want to, why did you think that you are worthy for me to spend my time talking to you? Do you bring something to the table? Do you bring something to the table? Why would I want to talk to you? Okay, you make a proposition. What's your unique selling proposition? Why are you the person who's worthy to talk to? Have me spend some time talking to you. Maybe I would rather end this live stream and go call my girlfriend on a video call, a young, beautiful, lovely woman who I'm in a relationship with, and spend time talking to her. Why would I elect to spend time talking to you on StreamYard? A random stranger doesn't introduce himself, doesn't even say about this. Let's talk about this, or I want to ask you questions about X, Y, or Z, or I want to interview about government gang stalking. There's nothing. It's just you're inviting me to StreamYard. Let's talk now. About what? Who are you? Why would I want to talk to you? Random stranger asks you to appear in StreamYard and talk to them. Why would I want to do that? Why? What makes you think that you're worthy for me to spend my time? That I will value? What makes you worthy for me to take some time? Do you think that I don't have any standards? That is like I'm not picky with who I talk to and who I spend time with. That just anybody stranger on the internet says let's have a face-to-face conversation on StreamYard. I'm gonna go, yeah, okay. Who are you? And why do you think that I want to talk to you? Why would I want to spend that? You gotta have to sell yourself, okay? Meaning not like a prostitute, but it's like, what are the, like, why would I want to talk to you? Okay. There was a lot of bizarre shit, but the crazy part was as soon as I stopped saying I gave a fuck, haters started to appreciate my art. I recline. I protrude and I recline. I appear and I disappear, and I reappear. Mike Saha, thinker of thoughts, speaker of words, creator of content, streamer of games, smoker of cigarettes, Mike Saha. Disagreeable. Mike Saha is disagreeable. He references himself in the third person while being disagreeable. I'll be right back. That's my bird. I mean, you can talk to the bird. That's not talking to the hand. Talk to the bird. You're being strange, okay? You're being weird. You're being abnormal. Now that can be a good thing or a bad thing, but being abnormal in a bad way. Meaning you're sending up all these red flags where you act like somebody working for the program that shows up now then in my live streams to mess with me. Your behavior is congruent, is lining up, matching somebody sent to my channel to mess with me. Um, your behavior pattern matches what I've seen from other people sent to my channel. Random strangers appearing in my comment section, writing things. Okay, basically you look like a duck, walk like a duck, talk like a duck, to a degree where I counted you as well, a duck. Okay, um, and I've given you like what 5 minutes to answer my counter questions. Let's talk now. Why would I want to talk to you? Who are you? What would you want to talk about? And why would I want to talk to you? What's in it for me? I haven't seen any reply yet. You're not blocked. You guys not blocked. Oh, Mike, this is the first thing. Random stranger appears in my chat box, and they write this: Mike, comma, do you have StreamYard? Period. No question mark at the end of the question. Let's talk now. Period. So it's a command. Let's talk now. Okay. Let's talk now. So you're saying, let's do this. Okay. Um, Now, do you want to talk, or would you want to talk to me? Or I would like to talk to you about X. Would you want to talk? No. It's just, let's talk now. I'm not submissive or like easily like. Come on. Why would I want to talk to you? Who are you? I'll give you 1 minute to answer my question, or you get blocked. 60 seconds, countdown starts now. Who are you? What do you want to talk about? Why do you think that I would want to talk to you? The person comes in here, they write a question without a question mark at the end of it. Whatever, can we talk here? Let's talk now. No, I don't want to talk to you. Based on your behavior, I don't count you worthy for me to spend my time talking to you. I will give you the gospel though, because grace is unmerited favor, meaning it's something you don't have to earn by good behavior. Okay. Here's the gospel. I advise you to believe the gospel and become a Christian before you die. If you die lost without being a Christian, you'll drop down into hell, and then later will be cast into the lake of fire. And whosoever was not found within the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. That's where you're headed, buddy. You're on the way to hell, then the lake of fire. If you don't want to go to hell, the lake of fire, you want to attain salvation. You want to be saved from hell and the lake of fire. Like saved from drowning, saved from dying, saved from hell. Escape the wrath to come. I recommend that you believe the gospel, that you read the first 4 chapters of Romans in the Authorized King James Version. Believe it, and you will be saved. And more specifically, Romans 3:23 to 28, along with 1 Corinthians 15:3 to 4, boils down what it is you need to believe to get saved. And if you get saved, you will stay saved forever. Are you ready to talk? I am part of the program. See what I was saying? This guy Mike is paranoid and crazy. Somebody comes in writing in his chat, and he flies off the handle and starts attacking the guy, saying, "You're a agent. You act like an agent. I think you act like a person working for the program, and you're sent here to mess with me." Now, even if somebody watches it, will go, "Well, I think the guy's just trolling." And like trying to troll Mike and like playing to what you believe is delusions, okay, or something like this, like a troll tactic. Like Mike is crazy, and this guy is like, "Oh, I'm gonna use Mike's craziness," and be like, "Yeah." It would be like if I was like, "I believe in aliens," and the guy would go like, "I am an alien," kind of like this. So that's the outside observer might think that Mike's crazy and this guy's trolling him and just playing along with Mike's craziness as a way to mess with him. But see how I was right. My red flags, my discernment, my intuition when this guy showed up. Out of the gate instantly, I was like, this guy's in on the program. And my reaction to that was being pissed at him and like, paid hate government gangster, piece of shit. Okay. Because that's what I saw when he appeared. And now this person is writing, are you ready to talk? I am part of the program. See? See? So I'm not that crazy after all. This is a toxic person. This is a weird person. So I guess that you people in the program have heard my recent video where I talk about Chuck Langberg being approached by an insider, okay, on his radio show, and then the disgusting narcissistic psychopath piece of shit filth works of iniquity have been like, oh, let's figure out our new abuse tactic, mind game, gaslighting, mind fuck of having somebody that kind of mirror what Mike has been talking about recently. Uh, if you're part of the program, you wouldn't be allowed to say something uh, of consequence, something really valuable. You would, if you work for the program, all you would do, if I'm interacting with you, is to use the interaction as an opportunity to dole out abuse and psychological warfare and work to accomplish the goals of the program of discrediting me, of uh, messing with me, of things like this. So I'm not a fool. I'm not gonna just because you claim to be a part of the program go, oh, I'm jumping on that. I believe you, strange on the internet. I'm not naive, okay? I'm part of the program, really, really. Uh, so what do you want to talk about, Mr. Part of the program? What is it you want to talk about? Go ahead. You can write in the chat. I have an open chat. You want to talk about something? Go ahead and write. You're not blocked yet. Go ahead and write in the chat, and I can click your comment and respond to it. You're still allowed to write in the chat at this point in time. It's vitamin C water. DJ Centrifuge. Rhythm is a dancer. A lot of people don't know that. You're taking a lot of time. You gotta have to keep the ball rolling here. If you want to talk to me, go ahead and write what you want to write. It's just basic. This is kind of like I'm toying with you right now, meaning you're not making me feel bad. You're not having a toxic effect on my psychological, emotional state. You're not causing any damage, meaning you're not winning by getting me to interact with you and give the time of day. Meaning, if you weren't in here, I might be sitting here smoking cigarettes, just like this right now. And since you're here, I'm kind of curious and engaging with you for my own amusement. And yeah. Anyway, but what do you want to talk about? What is you want to talk about? Go ahead and write something in the chat. So if you're part of the program, you're a murderer. If it will be true that you're part of the program, you'll be a murderer. You're like no better than the people working to murder the Nazis in World War II, murder the Jews. No better than the Nazis working to murder Jews. Or the Stasi agents working for the Surzetsen program in Germany in the 70s and 80s. Basically a filth, a piece of shit, filth, minion working to destroy people's lives, oppress, tyrannize people, and murder people. Do you know the entire families are told about this? Meaning if somebody's a total individual, they have children. The program will attack their children. Meaning the child goes to school, their father is a total individual, and then kids will bully them, be instructed to, because their father is a total individual, to create trauma for the father when the child comes home and goes, today somebody put my head in the toilet and stole my lunch and kicked my ass or something. And it's the program that did this because the father started the video. So they attacked children, innocent third parties, women, uh, loved ones that started the videos. So no matter how deceived by the smear campaign, lies, bullshit about targeted video that they're a horrible person, the evil incarnate, and therefore I feel justified. It's like they need you to be evil. They need to make believe that you're super evil to not feel that they are evil for doing evil shit to you. Okay, because it's like common sense. Everybody knows that if a participant in a program will go, I'm working. I do this. I'm part of a program working to murder somebody, break them down psychologically, oppress them, deny them their God-given human rights. We're breaking the law. It's illegal what we're doing. We're poisoning people, uh, working to like if they would like list off the things that they're doing, their friends, family would get away from them. It'd be like if I became a serial killer, my family would distance themselves from me. Understand? If I became like a gang member or some kind of a criminal or extreme drug addict type person, people around me would distance themselves from me. Like I want no part of that. Well, okay, that's you. People work for the program. If people knew what you're up to, they would hate you. You would be hated rightfully, not by a smear campaign like you do with targeted videos, but by the truth, by what you're involved in, what you're doing, what you serve. You'll be despised. Okay. So if it would be true that you are a part of the program, you're a despicable person, despicable you. You'd be a despicable person. Okay. You would be if that would be the truth, you'd be a despicable person. Now the thing about this is, if you're a part of a program, this is perception management, and it's intended to have people think that come across this that you're just a run-of-the-mill average troll who's having fun with me, and they want people to think that torrent videos are crazy delusional. So the impression that they would want the public to have is, oh, Mike is crazy, talk about being a target of the program. Okay, um, and then this person is a troll, and then they're trolling him by playing into Mike's delusions of being targeted by a program. That is the intended perception management, the impression that you would want the public to have if it was true that you were part of the program, because that's a big part of what they do. I mean, they will target me, the program will target me, and they will make it look like plausible liability, like it's organic trolling, like organic internet trolls that just happen to start messing with me. So I guess that would be the tactic if you were part of the program, would be to give the impression to the public that come across this, if someone comes across this, that oh, this guy Mike is paranoid and delusional, he believes he's targeted by a program, and then this troll goes and plays into his delusions as a way to mess with him. Understand? It would be similar to if I was like, I hear voices, I like a real crazy person, legit crazy person, bona fide. I hear voices, and that was my YouTube channel. Something that other people think I'm crazy for saying. Now that would be the truth, okay? But basically understand how other people look at things. It'd be like, I hear voices in my head. And then somebody who wants to troll me and have fun with me will come in, I am the guy sending the voices into your head. As a way to troll the person, to play into their delusions. That is the impression that you would want to give the public by writing like this, I think, I suspect. If it was true to be part of the program, to be like, make people think that this is a random internet troll who's like playing into Mike's quote unquote delusions or believing he's the target of a secret program. Um, Now it's not impossible that you are not getting internet troll too, who who has been flying monkey weaponized, and it's like somebody sent you, you are like a troll, organic troll. This happens sometimes too, where somebody is working for the program, and they will go into like a Discord group of trolls, where people like hang around at like the troll people, and they will go like, hey, this guy is real fun to troll. He's live right now. Let's go troll him. And the person who incentivizes and recruits these people into coming to my channel and trolling me, they are working for the program. Like 6 degrees of separation. and they will drop the link in a troll group on Discord or something. Be like, hey, he's a fun guy to troll, and the group is like about trolling people. Okay, uh, and then now there's like 5-10 people come to my channel trolling me. Not every person is like a knowing participant in the game stalking program. Uh, so sometimes they are organic internet trolls that don't know that they work for the program. Flying monkeys. Okay, now that's like selling. They can't really fly. Okay, and they're not fly. I'm flying as waters. Who can set fire to water? Okay, flying as waters. Cinderella man. Okay, catch lightning in a bottle. Screenshot of the thunder. Made it rain upwards. It take a long time to reply. You ask a question, I give you an answer. It took you 7 minutes or something. 12. It's 3:13. Maybe that's a good time for you to reply to me if you're part of the program. Maybe 3:13:33. You can write it down. Or 3:16:26. How do you make it 3 6s? Maybe I had to wait until it's been 6 hours if I stay live that long. I doubt it. I highly doubt it and lowly believe it. I will stay live for 6 hours. It's a low probability and I highly doubt it. Caddy. Anyway. I don't have all day. I'm not going to be live forever. If you're looking at the light that you see, it's bad lighting. I look a lot worse than I do in real life right now. Now the camera already adjusted the light settings so you look a little bit better. But if I use natural light in my apartment, the light has this very bad light. It's like a grayish. It's almost like a negative filter. Like if you have a filter, ugliness filter, it makes it look a lot worse. The natural. If I don't have electrical light and I have the blinders open, it'll be real bad. But what I was getting at about the light is I have a tape, freezer tape on the window in the shape of a cross with Bible verses on it, Gospel, Rome 3:23-28, and 1 Prophet 3:4. So, which means that the light that you're seeing reflected on my face is influenced and modified by the shape of a cross on the window. So it is cross light. Meaning if I remove the tape, there would be at least a minute difference in the light you're seeing reflected off my face and the surfaces in the absence of a cross that's blocking out some of the light. And there's also actually light going through the cross because it's semi-transparent. Freezer tape is like paper with glue on it, and some light will get through it. Some of the light is actually emanating from the cross, you could say, or shining through the cross. CrossFit. I said still not getting any response from this guy. I know if I'm supposed to be triggered or anxious or hyperventilated right now, or whatever the intended effect is. I'm having fun with you. You might think you're having fun with me. I'm using you to accomplish my ends. Not the other way around. I'm gonna go take a leak. I am a man that pissed against the wall. I shall return on these shortly. And actually there's a Bible verse about him that pissed against the wall. Okay. Which is talking about it's a man. Women sit down to pee. And a man is different. A part of his behavior is when he lets out water. When he pees. He stands up and pees. Okay. As opposed to woman who sits down. There's actually a Bible verse about him that pissed against the wall. Okay. There's some wild stuff in the Bible that look weird. Uh, there's nothing like bad in the Bible. God isn't a weirdo. Uh, but there's some things that appear to people that are weird, are flashing out of existence. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a leak. I shall return on to you shortly. Enjoy my absence, and you may be able to enjoy my presence in the near future. I'll leave this comment up for my purposes because it's something that if it stays up for 30 seconds, they will change the thumbnail of YouTube on the live streams. And this is something that might pique some people's curiosity and make them click the live stream because they see this in the thumbnail. That's how it works on YouTube live streams. If I sit like this, eventually the thumbnail on YouTube for the live stream will change into this. Okay, so if I had the comment up, this is something that I can recognize, understand psychology, something that it's a little bit out there. It might make somebody click the live stream because they see this somebody. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up. But see what I'm saying? I'm not just talking. When I say that I'm using you to accomplish my ends, you might come in here thinking you're going to use me to accomplish something for yourself, for your masters, or for your entertainment, or trolling somebody, whatever the case may be. But like I said, truthfully, I'm using you to accomplish my ends. More clicks on my live streams equals getting the word out about I'm a gang stalker to more people, which is my set objective. One of my objectives is getting the word out about I'm a gang stalker, not the crazy talk. Because the government doesn't want the word about gang stalker to get out, but if it does get out, the word sounds crazy and understand. My slow flow is euphoric, it's like a rapid dolphins. Okay, I'm back. I'll show you something. What do you see? It's a boat. Okay, this is a boat. Now, if you invert it, it is now a fire axe, an axe head. This way, it's a boat. This way, it's an axe head, meaning if you would attach a handle to this, you would have an axe. And this will be the window of the bolt here. Here. And if you invert it, this was a steel axe head, it would have a hollow part of it here, where you insert a wooden handle. And then what was the window of the bolt would be where you can screw a screw into it, or a nail, to fasten the axe head on the wooden handle. So this way it's an axe head, this way it's a bolt. Both cut. A bolt cuts through the water, it's hydrodynamic, which is the same thing as aerodynamic, something that's shaped in a way to make it have less resistance while traveling through the air. That's air resistance, that's aerodynamic. Hydrodynamic will be the same thing pretty much. If there's aerodynamic shape will also be hydrodynamic. Meaning if you have something that's shaped like a V, for example, or like a bullet where it's rounded, narrow at the tip, it will make it use less energy to propel itself if it has an engine through the air, and less energy to propel it through the water. I mean, if you have an energy, how much energy you will have to spend to travel at a given speed, like 3 kilometers per hour through the water. If you have a flat tip of the boat, it's going to take more energy to make it travel at 3 kilometers per hour. If you make it this shape, the tip of the boat, it will take less energy to make it travel at 3 kilometers per hour. Same thing in the air. So you have a hydrodynamic water and aerodynamic. And a bolt cuts through the water. I mean, you have a V-shaped hole like the top of a Lighthouse boat, or a rounded one, looking like a bullet. But a V-shaped, a lot of time, a bolt will have a V shape. It cuts through the water. You have a body of water, and it divides the water. It cuts through the water, the bolt. An axe is often that cuts, and they both have a similar shape. So this way, it's a bolt. See, and this way it's an axe with a hammer then. Some people might think I'm showboating. I did show you a bolt. So we'll do this now. Put the waves under it. Here's the waves. This will be the sea. Anyway, I think I might finish up. It doesn't look like, it looks like you all talk about the program and no action. You wrote a comment 12:22. That's like more than 10 minutes ago. And I said, go ahead, if you want to talk, you can write in the chat. If you want something you want to bring up, discuss, question, whatever, the chat is open. You're not blocked. I didn't block you. And you didn't write anything. So, I guess you don't want to talk. I'll do some weapon maintenance. I recently received a new shipment of CoIntelPro wipes. And they are very useful. One of my favorite staple goods are CoIntelPro wipes, and they're alcohol swabs wipes instead of a sachet like this. Some people say sachet, I like sachet. Sachet sounds too French. This is my folding knife. I'm displaying a weapon too. And I used the CoIntelPro wipe. I used soap to wash it before in the sink. And there was some soap residue on it. I mean, it feels a little bit greasy, which makes the quick burns, and I just don't like it. So I'm using the CoIntelPro wipe to clean it. I bought this knife on Amazon. It's a Honzin, Honzin 2-in-1. It has a glass break at the end of it, and it has a dagger Untitled. I like it, it's good. I made a short video on my Mike's Martial Arts channel showing it, and I got a few comments asking, can you send a link to the product? Meaning they're asking for a link to the store page, like a link to where they can order it. They could find it if they search a Hans into one folder. This is a folding knife that I love. I like it. I like knives. Hebrews 4:12. The word of God is quick, powerful, sharper than a two-edged sword. Discerning the thoughts, intents of the heart. Anyway, I might finish up pretty soon. I've been playing Anomaly mod. I got tired of it. I became disinterested. But I see he left a comment. They got hell for you by YouTube. Pull your head out of your ass. Let's talk. Now, for me, my head is not in my ass. For me to pull my head out of my ass, it would have to first be inserted into my ass, and I'm not that flexible. I typically don't insert my cranium inside of my rectum. I'm not that flexible. And if I was, I still wouldn't do it. I don't see the benefit in it. So for me to pull my head out of my ass, it will first have to be in my ass. Okay. That's about the best I can do as a reply for that right now. Well, that is the best that I not can do, but that I will give you at this point in time. I'm getting ready to finish up. I've been live for 3.5 hours. And I got tired of playing. Sometimes I start playing and I play many hours. Kind of similar to how I make live streams. Sometimes it's like I feel like, you know what, I feel like I'm done doing this. I become this. It's not that I give up. I mean, if I've decided to go, I'm gonna be live for 6 hours, and I'm gonna stay live until I'm finished doing XYZ. I will do it. But sometimes it's I don't feel like being live or playing anymore, and I stopped doing it. I became disinterested playing the video game. I didn't feel like it. I got tired of it. I got bored. I need to change the graphic settings before I play the next time. I want to. It didn't look as good as before. I was playing around with the graphic settings before tweaking it, trying different settings. Changed from DirectX 11 at one point in time to 9, and tried 10, and they tried the different sliders like the graphic settings, and they played around with the graphic settings. and this time it didn't look as good as the last time I was playing. So uh, if I play again in the near future, I might change the graphic settings. I'm gonna finish up pretty soon. This is vitamin C powder. I'm gonna finish up pretty soon. You have to fight for your sanity and your mental health, if you told in the video. You have to fight to stay alive. You have to. It's a warfare. I'm not even trying to make it sound a sort of way. It's not. It is. Health is a war. You're fighting bad bacteria. Okay. You're fighting disease. You're attacking toxins. Vitamin C is selectively toxic. Meaning it's an antitoxin. It's completely non-toxic to you. But vitamin C is selectively toxic. Meaning if something is bad for you, vitamin C attacks it. If there's certain things like toxins, if you have vitamin C in your body, you smoke a cigarette, the vitamin C attacks the toxin that gets in your body by smoking a cigarette. So you have to fight. Like your health is a war. It's a battle against disease. Fighting bacteria, fighting viruses. The immune system fights and attacks threats to your body. So health is a war. And you have to fight for your mental health, you have to fight for your physical health. I'm far from perfect, meaning I more or less frequently. I'm not a person who's blind to my own flaws. I don't think I'm perfect. I'm harder on myself than the average person, I would say. Meaning, I often make a mistake and catch myself, oh, I messed up with it. Okay. Uh, Thankfully, the way that you go to heaven is not by being a good person 100% of the time. Uh, the way you go to heaven is by believing the gospel. And if somebody believes the gospel, they become a Christian, they get saved. And then you stay saved and you go to heaven no matter what happens. Now, ultimately, you will be as good of a Christian as you can be, and you'll be becoming a better and better Christian all the time. There's first comes justification, which means like salvation, you get saved. Justification is by faith alone. Then comes sanctification. So as soon as somebody gets saved, God starts working to clean them up, sanctify them. I have strict standards for myself. I hold myself accountable. As a Christian, you should have an internal struggle. If you don't have an internal struggle, that's a bad sign. Um, Meaning, every person will sin every day. Every person sins every day, even Christians. Some people are self-delusional. They delude themselves into thinking they stopped sinning. That's called sinless perfectionism. There's people who believe that they stopped sinning since they became Christians, or that you have to stop sinning to stay saved or get saved or something like this. That's not true. The truth is every person sins every day. There's different forms, different types of sins. People vary from person to person in severity, form, like type of sin, what type of sins people do, how serious they are, and how often. But every person sins every day. And if you're a Christian, if you sin, they will bring conviction. The Holy Spirit will make you feel bad about doing something bad. And if you don't have that on a daily basis, where you catch up doing something wrong, feeling bad about it, or it's not like the feeling, but your feelings will be a witness to the truth that you messed up. If you don't have an internal struggle, I made a video about this before. If you don't have an internal struggle as a Christian, that's a red flag, that's a sign that something's wrong. Either you've numbed your conscience, you've grieved the Holy Spirit, possibly quenched it. You should be bothered by sin. And you will sin every day. So the Lord follows that every day you should be feeling bad. Or like knowing that you've done something, made a mistake. So, anyway, I gotta finish up. If you acquire the wisdom of Varmisi Megadosing, it will be a defense against attack from the program. It will help you to defend yourself. If you take my health, fitness, wisdom advice that I share with you freely, and you're a total individual, that will help you, and that will be a defense against the program. They will attack with toxic chemicals, they attack with a stress weapon. So the health, fitness, wisdom I share with you is a defense. If you acquire the knowledge, receive it, and apply it, use it, you'll be a defense against the program working to attack you with toxins and with stress and everything else they do to attack you. I'm pulling my pants up and started going down a little bit. So you want to make oss vitamin C if you want good health. That's crucial to good health. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up. This person is gonna get blocked, this troll. I offer him the chance to converse with me, to write in the chat.
and he stopped talking. So apparently he was all talking about talking, and not no actual talking. And if he was really part of the program, something that they might try to get you into streaming, or they will be recording the conversation, and they will try to bait you. They will try to get like sound bites that they can take out of context and use in the smear campaign or stuff like this, or just do something to mess with you psychologically, and or. But it's basically gonna be playing games on you. If you be part of the program, you wouldn't be allowed. It's not free agents. They're like slaves. They don't act with no volition. They do what they're told to do. People work for the program. So it's not like somebody who's like rogue. That is would be very rare. It's not like this rogue people, and the people who work for the program are kind of going and doing whatever they want. They're not marching after their own drum. They're taking orders. Okay, they get told what to say, what not to say, what to do. When people work for the program interact with other individuals, they don't make things up as they go along. They're carrying out orders. And the program's goals are to be toxic and to hurt the other individual. It's like the goals are to discredit you, to keep a smear campaign running, to make you look like a bad guy, crazy, uh, whatever. So if I would be joining a person work for the program backstage on StreamYard, they will be recording it, I would expect, and use it to try to get sound bites that they can use in the smear campaign, like take something out of context. And it will be something, it'd be like a tiger inviting the tiger then, for tea or something. So I'm not too interested in that. I did give you a chance to write in the chat and talk in the chat, but you didn't seem interested in that. You seem to be eager to get me off into a stream yard. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up now. I'm Mike Saha. This has been another live gameplay session. And like I said, if you want to see my God willing future gaming content, live streams and videos possibly, I recommend you subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. Because sometimes now I go live to 3 channels or 2 channels to promote my gaming channel. And then within 48 hours, more likely than not, I will privatize the live streams, this live stream on the Mike Saha 2.0 channel. And it will only stay up on the Mike Saha Gaming channel. That's how I do it. Sometimes I simulcast where I live stream not just to the gaming channel but to the other channels. And then I will privatize it later on. So if you want to watch the replay, make sure you subscribe to the Mike Saha Gaming channel. And if you want to see future live streams that might only be live streamed to the gaming channel, subscribe to the channel, click on notifications. Maybe I'll keep this up this time because there were some interesting topics covered that were outside of the gaming only realm. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up now. Take care of yourself out there. See you around.